you go.
Good evening and welcome to Badger football action on the Snow TV live stream. We're at Badgers Stadium. The Snow College Badgers coming off a tough defeat last week to Scottsdale Community College, who has now moved up in the polls and remains the only undefeated team in the Western States Football League. Snow College Badgers coming back home to face the Phoenix Bears. As we take a look at the WSFL Easton, Scottsdale on top with that record of 1-0 in conference, 4-0 overall. But they're joined at the top of the conference by Eastern Arizona, Mesa Community College, and Pima Community College. So all four of those teams with wins their first week. And the four teams picking up losses: Snow College, Arizona Western, Glendale, and Phoenix.
Yeah, it was just last week was a close battle for Snow, and I really think that with the coach's standpoint, what they really worked on this week for what this conference game means to them, and to keep getting up in these rankings, still in the top 10, which is really good. But they're probably saying, hey, we lost, but let's just brush that off because we can come back here and get a win, so we can keep marching up on through those rankings, and we can get to the national champion, try to get to the national championship this year.
Snow College, they had a lot of big dreams for this year, and started out pretty strong against some tough competition. Trinity Valley Community College on the road in Texas, and picked up a big win. But let's take a quick look before we get the kickoff here at the top 10 of the NJCAA. East Mississippi remains on top. Garden City, Kansas jumped from number 7 all the way to number 2. Northwest Mississippi at 3, Scottsdale at 4, Iowa Western at 5, Lackawanna at 6, Hutchinson, Kansas at 7, Snow at 8, Jones at 9, and Northeastern Oklahoma at 10. The Badgers won the coin toss. They elected to defer, so the Phoenix Bears will receive, and the Badgers will kick it off to start this game. High, short, end-over-end kick is going to be taken by one of the up men at about the 17-yard line. Picks his way across the 30, out to about the 33-yard line, and the Phoenix Bears will have pretty good field position to start this first drive. Badgers wearing their all-orange uniforms with blue helmets. Phoenix Bears gray pants. The yellow tops with dark blue, navy blue helmet. And they come out to start their first series. At quarterback, I thought it was 15. I don't have a 15 on the roster. That's a terrible start for us. So 1st and 10 for the Bears. Low snap, play action. It's number 16. Picks up the snap, dumps it off to his tight end, who picks up good yardage. So the quarterback is Cameron Yowell, 6'1", 172-pound freshman quarterback out of Phoenix, Arizona. And they pick up 8 yards on the first carry, or first pass play, out to the 40-yard line. The Bears also with the no-huddle offense. We'll see that from the Badgers when they get the ball as well. So Yowell at quarterback. Badgers jump off sides. Free play right here for the Bears, and they decide to go deep. And it's overthrown, incomplete. Good coverage out there by the Badgers. Number 7 on coverage, John Farley Ofungawe, who had 2 interceptions last week in the loss.
As you just saw there, Snow kind of got a little excited on defense there, and Phoenix just kind of took advantage of that. They wanted to throw a long pass, but good coverage by the D, like you said.
Ofungawe, one of the safeties for the Badgers, had over-the-top coverage that time. So 1st and 10 out to the 45-yard line for the Bears. Yowell with a single setback, 2 wideouts right, 2 to the left. Low snap again, hands it off to the running back, and doing a good job just to get back to the line of scrimmage is number 26, Tommy Works, a 6'1" freshman from Phoenix as well.
Good job by Yale to just hurry and get the ball real quick, as that was a bit of a low snap, like their first play there. And kudos to their running back to actually get back to the line of scrimmage without a loss.
Good call. 2nd down and 10. 2 running backs in the backfield. Works is one of them, and the other one is Andre Adams on each side of Yowell. Yowell, long snap count. Takes the snap. This one's good. Hands it off. And a run straight ahead. Joseph Eubanks, was the other running back in the backfield. And he's going to gain about 2 yards. Out to the 47-yard line. It's going to be 3rd and 8. So a big 3rd down here for both the Bears and the Badgers. Badgers almost jump off sides. Yowell back to pass. Throws deep. Again, overthrown, step for step. Oh, now a flag. That's ridiculous. I'm sorry. Those two are running stride for stride, and they're going to call the penalty on Tyler Hill for the Badgers.
I didn't see anything there. He looked like he was just running the side of them there. Personally, nothing there.
Just running step for step. And the flag is going to be thrown. So a big penalty against the Badgers, going to give a first down for the Bears into Badger territory, all the way down to the 38-yard line, 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 from the Badger 38-yard line for the Bears. They pick up their second first down. Badgers jump off sides again.
I think if you're like the defensive coordinator coach right now, you got to tell your guys to calm down. I know, you just come off a loss, you're going to feel as the defense to be a lot more aggressive and tough. But you got to calm down and keep cool and collect through these kind of things, because that's what the Phoenix Bears offense wants you to do at this point.
That's 2 offsides penalties against the Badgers. 1st and 5 now. Palatea got called for the offsides that time. Play action. Pass out in the flats. Got a man open. He's pushed backwards on the reception is number 9, Elijah Johnson, a wide receiver from Surprise, Arizona. But it is enough for the first down as they get inside the 35 or the 30 down to the 26. So 1st and 10 from the 26-yard line for the Bears, taking their opening possession here and marching all the way into Badger territory. And almost in the red zone.
First down, Bears.
Yowell sends a man in motion. Empty backfield now as he goes with 5 wide receivers, 3 to the right, 2 to the left. Yowell to pass, throws the quick out, way over the head of the intended receiver, Elijah Johnson, incomplete.
Yowell got lucky there. As you could see, one of the Badger defenders was almost there to catch that ball and intercept it, but wasn't quite close enough, got batted away.
So that'll bring up 2nd and 10 from the 26. Checking in is number 34, Joseph Eubanks. So it's Eubanks and Works in the backfield on either side of Yowell, the quarterback. 2 wideouts to the right, 1 to the left. Yowell with the long snap count. Snap is good. Runs the option. Pitch reverse and a lot of room to run. Is the wide receiver number 3, DeAndre Grant. And Grant gets all the way inside the 10-yard or to the 11-yard line, not quite inside the 10, so it'll be 1st and 10 from the 11.
That was a great play by Phoenix. They had his man just circle around, take the pitch, and found the great opening to get that first down.
Ball at the left hash. So it's Yowell again at quarterback. He's got Works in the backfield with him. Takes the snap, looks to the left. Has a man out of the backfield, and that's Works. Works was wide open. Tommy Works caught the pass and stepped out of bounds.
Yellow's pass complete to number
It's going to be a gain of about 4 down to the 8.
Steps out of bounds.
It kind of looked like it's there that he lost his footing quite a bit and tripped himself up and stepped out of bounds.
So Yowell waiting for the signal to come in from the sidelines. And again, he's got Works in the backfield with him. 3 wideouts in a tight formation to the right, 1 to the left. Now Works in formation. It's an empty backfield behind Yowell. Long snap count, back to pass, under pressure, throws a delay on the crossing route, and it's going to be caught inside the 5 to the 4, bringing up a 3rd and 3. 3 for the first down, 4 for the touchdown.
Makes the catch. Brought down by number 29, Alton Jones Jr. 3rd down.
And again, the Bears going with a no-huddle offense. Can you see anything?
I'm trying to do the best I can right now.
When they get to the north end zone, we don't have much of a viewpoint. Yowell with Works in the backfield with him. 2 wideouts to the right. Man in motion now. Yowell back to pass, looks in the flats, and nobody picks up the running back out of the backfield. That is as easy as it gets right there, as Works was unguarded completely. All he had to do was catch it and fall into the end zone, which he did for the touchdown. And the Bears just worked the Badger defense.
Yeah, it was just penalties that really killed the Badgers defense at first. And with that play, too, is that he faked the handoff to the running back, and the running back got through the coverage while everybody was really focused on the quarterback to take him down, and he was right there in the middle of the open, had so much space, nobody there to guard him, and he got the easy touchdown pass.
Xavier Rojas, the left-footed kicker for the Bears, will attempt the extra point. The placement's down, the kick is blocked, it's up in the air, and it's still loose. The Badgers pick it up. This could be returned for two. No, somebody made a great shoestring tackle. So the extra point is no good. 6-0, and we'll have the kickoff coming up in just a moment. But the Bears showed a lot of poise on offense. They're working the ball down the field. They had pretty good field position, but they worked it, and they had some players that were wide open on pass plays.
I agree. I think that next time Snow just needs to really tighten up that coverage and calm themselves a bit down on the offense so they don't get as much penalties. But like you said, just such poise with the Phoenix offense. Yao was so patient in finding his receivers. He made the plays right, and I'm sure his coach is pretty proud of him for doing that.
Well, last week in their conference loss, they lost 64-41, so they have been able to put up a bunch of points. They put up 41 points in that loss, and overall they've scored 180 points and given up 189. So they've played some slugfest games. The Badgers can also put up points, but I'm sure Snow College is going to be talking about some things on the sidelines about defensively what they can change.
I agree.
So the Bears to kick it off. And it's Kenneth Castellanos who will do the kicking duties. Badgers with two men back deep to receive. It's a high end over end kick, going to be taken in the end zone. And it's going to be returned out to the 10, to the 15. Not much there. Hit at the 15-yard line, and the Badgers do not get to the 20-yard line. Good coverage by the Bears.
Number 24, Weston Barlow with the return. Brought down by number 29.
So they'll mark it at the 18-yard line. The Badgers
take over, 1st and 10.
A long ways away from
their own 18-yard line.
Getting even in this ball game. Split wide to the left is Keyshawn McCoy for the Badgers. Powell in the slot to the left. Braxton Kerr in the backfield. Now he brings Powell in motion from left to right. Kerr back to pass, throws the quick out. Boy, that was almost picked off. Powell makes the catch, but only for a gain of maybe 2.
Kerr's pass complete to number 5, Jalen Powell.
That Phoenix defense read that play too well, and there was no way he was going to get too far there.
Badgers run a quick play here. Handoff goes to
number 20, Jalen
Warren. Jalen Warren on the carry, and he picks up maybe a yard. So the Badgers already looking at 3rd and long. Make it a gain of 2, so 3rd and 6. Kerr getting the call from the sideline. In the backfield is Jalen Warren. 3 wide out, split wide to the right. Or wide to the left, excuse me. 1 wide out to the right. Kerr looked like he was going to start the play and then looks again to the sideline. 8 seconds on the play clock. Kerr back to pass. Has plenty of time. Throws short and at the feet of the intended receiver. Incomplete. The Badgers 3 and out. Great job by the defense for Phoenix.
From number 20, Jalen Warren. Incomplete. 4th down.
So the Badgers unable to answer the opening scoring drive by the Phoenix Bears, and they'll be forced to punt it away. Phoenix should have really good field position here, as the Badgers will be punting from inside their own 15-yard line. Snap is good. Kick is away, a high wobbly kick, angling towards the sidelines, and bounces straight out of bounds. This is going to be good field position for the Phoenix Bears, as they should have it right about their own 45-yard line.
Weimer's punt goes out of bounds at the 45-yard line.
So, Gary, what did you think that the Badgers could have done on that possession to help them a bit more?
I would have liked to have seen them run the ball a little bit more and establish that run, but they came out and threw a pass play on first down that only gained 2 yards, then the run that only gained 2 yards, and then another pass play and they're out. I think they've got a big offensive line. I'd like to see them establish a good run game. They've got great runners in Warren. They've got several good running backs, and they could do that. So the Bears back on offense. Pass to running back out of the flats. And back to the line of scrimmage is all for Tyrese Green, a 5'9 freshman from Phoenix.
Dallas pass complete to number 2. Tyrese Green.
Badgers are getting some pressure on the quarterback, but the Bears doing a good job of finding those outlet passes to be able to get it out. There it is again, wide receiver screen. Cutting back in towards the middle is number 81, Jake LaHaro from Boulder, Colorado. Picks up about 2.
As you notice with Yao, he doesn't hold on the ball too much. He's kind of like Sam Darnold I saw from USC. He doesn't hold on to it too much, and he likes to make the quick pass real quick to find somebody there that's open.
And that's important because the Badgers are getting some pressure. They haven't been able to sack him yet, but they've had some hurries. They've had some knockdowns. 4 wide receivers, 2 to the left, 2 to the right. 1 in motion now from left to right. That is Elijah Johnson. So 3 wideouts to the right. Back to passes Yowell. Has time. Throws short. Got a man open. Johnson, but Johnson is driven out of bounds. Well short of the first down. But this is almost a place where the Bears might think of going for it on 4th. I don't know. We'll wait and see. But it's 4th and 5 from the 50. And they will punt it away. Lorenzo Sanchez out to do the punting duties. So good job by the defense for the Badgers to make some adjustments and stop the Bears.
I agree. That was a better defensive effort. You could tell the defense was a lot more calm. They were a lot more focused, and they got their goal to stop.
High snap, not a very good kick. Looked like it went off the side of the foot, out of bounds. The Badgers will have good field position at the 30, about the 32, maybe the 33. Sanchez had a lot of time that time, but looks like he just shanked it off the outside of his foot.
It's interesting now. You had 2 short possessions, one by Snow and one now by Phoenix. So you're kind of wondering how Snow's offense from that little time on the bench is going to make their adjustments to what they need to do now.
Keyshawn McCoy wide to the left. In the slot to the left is Jalen Powell. Derek Wright wide to the right. Handoff. There was a play action. And keeping the ball was the quarterback, Braxton Kerr. He did a good job. He faked me out.
Yeah,
I thought he gave it to Warren. Instead, he took it on himself and took it right up the middle for a gain of 2.
Gain of 2, second down.
Badgers are getting a call for illegal procedure here as Derek Wright was coming off the field. And coming on late was Zay Kufor. So the Badgers 5-yard penalty back to the 30, and it'll be 2nd and 13.
That's a penalty you do not want to have. That you had such great field position, which you still kind of are there. But now
you started to have a little bit of momentum, and having the penalty. Brandon Ellis is checked in. He goes in motion from left to right. Pass is a screen pass intended for Warren, and good job by the defense that time of the Bears to just really push the offensive lineman right in the way of that pass play and break it up. So far, the Bear defense has shown quite a bit, I think. They're all over. So 3rd and long. Play action. Kerr back to pass. Looks deep. Throws the deep out. Got a man open. Derek Wright. That's who he goes to when he needs it. And Derek Wright with the big catch and the big first down. out to the 44.
That was just a great play by Derek Wright and Braxton Kerr. Braxton Kerr saw he was in coverage, but he knows he can make those catches, and his man did make that catch.
Kerr keeps it again, takes it right up the middle, gets across the 50 into Phoenix Bear territory. And that's the best run so far by the Badgers, a gain of about 6. Kerr, shotgun formation. Ellis on one side, Warren on the other. Back to pass, he's got Warren out of the backfield. Warren, some room to run. He's got the first down the sideline, dodges a tackler. They say he's out of bounds at the 33-yard line. Out of bounds at the 33. That was close.
Oh, yeah, he had a good time. He kind of looked like he sidestepped a bit there to get off from the tackler and just make him miss him. He could have been all the way if it wasn't for that little
one foot out of bounds. 1 foot, that's all. In motion is the tight end, Chase now pass out to Derek Wright on the right side. He's got a blocker in front of him, and he's going to be close to another first down. That was Chase Hess, the tight end, who went in motion and then came out and turned into a blocker for Derek Wright to take it up the right sideline. First down for the Badgers. So the Badgers showing here the way they had that 3rd and long, and a big catch by Derek Wright was able to get him the first down and keep this drive alive. 1st and 10. Bears showing blitz. A lot of time on the play clock, so the Badgers back off, get another signal in from the sideline. Badgers with 3 wide receivers. Warren in the backfield. Warren gets the delay handoff up the middle. A small hole, but he uses as much of it as he can and picks up maybe a gain of 2.
You're really noticing with this Phoenix defense, they're playing really aggressive right now. I mean, I haven't seen at least one play so far when they haven't almost gotten through the offensive line there.
2nd down and 8. Kerr back to pass, looks to the right, doesn't look anywhere else, and now he throws it. It's going to be picked off in the end zone. Derek Wright broke off his pattern. I don't know why he stopped. But Kerr was locked in going that side all from the very beginning. Never looked in another direction, and the defense read his eyes and picked it off. So interception's going to give the ball at the 20-yard line for the Phoenix Bears, and the Badgers end this drive in a turnover.
That's just, you had the momentum, and then you end it with a turnover. That's something that's really hard to shake off. But the thing, it wasn't, Braxton Kerr made a great pass there. It's just his man kind of stopped, as you notice that, right near the end of the end zone, and that's why the defense took advantage of it and picked it off.
So 1st and 10 for the Bears at their own 20-yard line, their 3rd possession now. They scored on their 1st possession, 3 and out on the 2nd. Yowell in the backfield. Brings a man in motion from right to left. Badgers showing blitz. Quick pass out in the flats is going to be caught, and a gain of about 2 yards out there. On the reception is Elijah Johnson. On the tackle for the Badgers is number 29, Alton Jones Jr. So 2nd and 8. Both these teams going with no-huddle offenses. Not a lot of time to catch your breath in between. Chase Pope, a sophomore, is now a running back in the backfield with Yowell. Yowell with 3 wideouts to the left, 3 wideouts to the right, 1 to the left. Nobody in the backfield now. And Yowell is under pressure, and he's going to be sacked. Coming up with the sack for the Badgers is Parker Workman, an outstanding defensive lineman.
Parker Workman showing it off again. I believe he had 4 sacks when he played ASA Miami. You know, that's what the snow defense needs from him right now, because the Bears offenses seem to be doing well to keep them back and giving Yowell some time to pass, but that time the aggression of the snow defense really got past them, and they got the sack.
That was number 90, Matthew.
Tyrese Green works out in a slot. So 5 wide receivers, again an empty backfield for Yowell. Yowell, Badgers on a 4-man rush. Flag on the play, and that's going to go against the Bears as they stopped it before it got started. Somebody moved. illegal procedure. So instead of 3rd and 15, it's going to be 3rd and 20. The ball all the way back to the 10-yard line.
And another comparison to the ASA Miami game, you've seen a lot of penalties so far in this first quarter.
Just under 3.5 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. Yowell, long snap count. Takes the low snap, rolls a bit to his right, under some pressure, gets away from it. Now he's got room to run or pass. Plenty of time. He's going to run and step out of bounds at the 20. So he picks up 10 yards, but well short of the first down. It'll be 4th and about 9. 4th and 9. 4th and 10, call it, right at the 20.
If you were a Badger fan on that play, you kind of held your breath a bit because how much room he had. And a good block by, I believe that was the running back. Yeah, really helped him out there.
So 4th down, Badgers showing like they might try to come after it. The kick is away. This is a much better kick than the last one. Driving the Badgers all the way back inside the 30. But a return back to the 35, the 40, the 45, and a flag on the play. This could be face mask. So the Badgers should have extremely good field position on this next possession.
At the end of the play.
Flag was thrown right at the 47-yard line. Badgers were out of bounds at the 48. It is face masking, so add some more yardage to that. The Badgers will have the ball inside of Bear territory. And they'll mark it at the 37-yard line.
Now you look to the offense to capitalize on this field position. It's really good, and it'll put you up on the board if you can capitalize on it and maybe put you into the lead.
Badgers go with 2 wideouts to the left. Derek right to the right. Handoff goes to Warren. Warren's got some blocking. Warren's down the field. It's a foot race. Warren's in the end zone. Touchdown. Jalen Warren, 37 yards. Nobody touched him.
Gary, you said you wanted that run game getting in there. And with that one play, they got their run game back. Plus going off the tackle and then getting some more blocking. Excuse me. And getting enough space to make it all the way to the end zone and score that touchdown.
Warren might have got touched just as he came through the line of scrimmage, but then he broke it to the outside, and as you mentioned, he picked up that blocking on the outside, and it was a foot race down the sidelines, and nobody was able to get to him after that. Extra point by Baird coming up out of the hold of Derek Wright. The kick is up. The kick is good. And the Badgers have taken the lead 7-6 on the touchdown by Jalen Warren on the pass play from Braxton Kerr.
That just goes as what I was saying. Excuse me. That to capitalize on this field position, because like we saw in one of the last drives from Snow, one play can really help get your offense together, and that should really help boost the offense's confidence, and in their running back's confidence, and in their quarterback Kerr's confidence.
Great play that time. That should give some confidence to the Badger offense, who has struggled a little bit here in the first quarter. 2:24 remaining. The Badgers will kick it off once again. It is homecoming here in Ephraim for the Badgers. And just to let people know, coming up at halftime, there's going to be a groundbreaking ceremony for the new fitness training facility that is going to be started at the south end of Badger Stadium. And we will have that for you here on the live stream.
Speaking of homecoming, heard there was a really good parade today too to help celebrate it.
I missed that.
I did too. I was coming back home to help voice this.
Here's the kickoff by Baird. It's a very high end-over-end kick right near the sidelines. The catch is made out of bounds. They're going to throw a penalty. He caught the ball. You can't say that it was going to go out. He caught the ball.
I'd have to listen to the call, but if they are calling it out of bounds, then yes, you're right. He caught the ball.
Okay.
What?
All right. So the Bears will have it good field position at the 35-yard line. Apparently he was out of bounds completely when he made the catch.
Yeah, when you have your foot on the line.
Looked like yeah, that was close. So the Bears 1st and 10. Yowell will have in the backfield with him Andre Adams and Tommy Works. I think it's Adams. Could be Joseph Eubanks. Yowell throw. That's a lateral, folks. No, now they're saying incomplete. That looked like a lateral to me. He threw that ball backwards.
I think you're correct on that one. I'd have to see the play again.
Can we see the play again? Andrea, did you see it? Did you do it? Oh, she was more worried about drinking her Mountain Dew. Thanks to Andrea for running the TriCaster today, and Vahi on camera doing a great job. I'm Gary Chedester along with Easton Stouffer bringing you the action. So 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line for the Bears. Yowell in the backfield. A single setback with him. 7 seconds on the play clock. Now man in motion out of the backfield is DeAndre Grant. All alone in the backfield is Yowell. Yowell throws the screen pass. He's got a man there. Dodges the first tackler and ends up losing a couple of yards. Great defensive effort that time. Was that, yeah, it is. John Farley off in Galway.
Great play by the Snow defense because as you read the play in motion, he circled around and got the pass, and he had a bit of room after he got that first tackler off of him. But Snow saw what he was doing and finally got to him quickly and took him down for a loss of, was it 2?
Loss of a yard. So 3rd and 11. For Yowell. Yowell bobbles the snap, and the Badgers are on it. I think the Badgers have come up with it. Coming up with the loose ball that time is Kahi Nevis. Nevis on the fumble recovery. That was just a little too high and hot to handle for Farley, and then he kind of lost track of where it was at. The Badgers come up with the loose ball.
Yeah, you have to be careful when you're snapping the ball or as a quarterback trying to get it, because if you snap it too high or too low, your quarterback's not going to be able to catch it too well, and then maybe, like you saw there, bobble it, and it will end up sometimes into a fumble, and the fumble recovered by the defense.
So the Badgers on offense once again. In the backfield is Brandon Ellis with Braxton Kerr. Play action to Ellis. Pass over the middle, got a man open, pass is caught. Touchdown, Snow College, as the Badgers answer quickly. Late flag comes in, but the pass was caught by Keyshawn McCoy for the touchdown. Let's see what the penalty is.
Pass complete to number 11.
And it's going to be on the Badgers.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct. Offense number 56. That penalty has been enforced on the kickoff.
Wow. Badgers are going to be kicking deep, so you get the touchdown. That's the good news. But the bad news is you're going to turn around and give the Bears pretty good field position because you're going to be kicking off from 15 yards deeper than you normally do.
I agree. Unsportsmanlike conduct or taunting, those are very preventable penalties. And you just got to, like I said before with the defense, just keep keep calm, keep your head cool and collected. Don't let the defense get into your head and do that kind of stuff, because really it hurts your team in the end.
Right. Extra point is good, so the Badgers lead it 14-6. That's the good news.
Yeah.
The bad news is, here you go, you're going to have good field position, or you're going to give good field position to the Bears. The Badgers, instead of kicking off at the 35, will kick off from the 20. It's almost like giving the ball back after a safety.
I'm going to review on that last touchdown drive. Keyshawn McCoy's another one of those great receivers for the Snow College offense, and even through coverage, still managed to turn around and see the pass was coming towards him and catch it and take it to the end zone. That's really good for, especially when Braxton Kerr's trying to find a man out in this Bears defense.
Boy, boy, and the Badgers have struck quickly after both turnovers. They've ended up coming up with big plays very quickly. That one, as you mentioned, Keyshawn McCoy lined up on the left side of the formation, just ran a post route, and Braxton Kerr hit him in stride, just inside the 5, a couple of steps, and he's into the end zone. So the Badgers to kick off from their own 20-yard line. A single man deep for the Bears. So here comes Baird for the kickoff. Kickoff is going to be end over end kick taken at the 20, to the 30, to the 35, to 40, still on his feet, and finally wrapped up at the 40-yard line. That could have been worse. I think the Badgers did a good job. Tyrese Green on the return for the Bears.
Yeah, if you notice through that whole play, there were tons of good blocks by that Bears offense there, or the return team offense there. And he could have gone a little bit further if not for, Snow making that play really quickly.
So Yowell trying to bounce back after that fumble. They gave the Badgers very good field position. Handoff goes to the fullback. Joseph Eubanks on the carry. And he gets a gain of, looks like 6 yards. So 2nd and 4. Man in motion. Play action. Pass over the middle. Caught. Immediately hit and tackled. But it's going to be a first down into Badger territory at the 47-yard line. On the reception is DeAndre Grant.
You notice that running these kind of little cross plays, that they have been doing, the Bears offense been doing good with kind of doing that. So.
Pass downfield, incomplete, intended for Gabe Mendoza. Mendoza just a pass or a route right down the sidelines. They drew an offensive or a defensive pass interference on that earlier, but this time it was just overthrown, incomplete, 2nd and 10.
Sorry, I got hooked up on the play there, but I was going to say though that their slants and their slot receivers have been doing really good compared to their wideout receivers going out there, and that's what seems to be working for this Bears offense.
I agree with you. 3 wideouts split wide to the right on 2nd and 10. Man in motion now. Yowell hands it off. Running play to the right side for Avery Sanders. Back to the line of scrimmage and nothing more, so it's going to be 3rd and 10. Bears have really shuffled their running backs. We've seen at least 4 or 5 different running backs in the backfield. Right now it's Avery Sanders, a sophomore from Phoenix. And we might not get another play here as we end the first quarter. Well, maybe they will get it off. 6 seconds remaining. And no, we won't. So that'll end the first quarter of play. The Badgers have the lead, 14-6. And we'll start the second quarter in just a bit.
I think I was going to say on your little running back, when they were switching running back, what this Bears offense is trying to do is trying to get new, fresh people in there to keep that defense on their toes. Maybe to see who works and who doesn't against the Snow College the defense.
Again, a reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll have the groundbreaking ceremony for the new fitness, I'm not sure exactly what they're calling, a fitness training facility that'll be at the south end of the Badger Stadium. And just going by memory, I've always looked down there and I thought there's not room for a building, but I guess there is. They're going to have the groundbreaking ceremony just off the track.
How do you think big cities thrive? You got to find a little spot and you put a building there, right?
I guess that's what we're going to do. I think they're going to end up moving the scoreboard too. So a big 3rd down here for the Bears. 3rd down, and we'll call it 11, just inside Badger territory. Man in motion. Yowell back to pass, has time to throw, now under pressure, throws it out in the flats. He's got a man with the catch. At the 50, breaks a tackle, and what a great open field tackle. Who is that for the Badgers? Number 47. Number 47, Noah Purcell with a great tackle.
There's been a flag thrown on the field right after the tackle.
Unsportsmanlike again on the Badgers. That is just so costly. How do you do that? Coach Peterson is upset too. He's out on the field saying, look, you make a great play, you stop them on third, you force a punting situation, and then you celebrate too much, and you give them the automatic first down.
Personally, I didn't see any celebration. I just saw the great play, but I guess these refs aren't really tolerating much of that tonight.
Not at all. 1st and 10 all the way to the 30-yard line. What a costly penalty. Yowell. Single setback with him. Rolls out to the left, buy him time. Now he throws back to the right. Pass is caught by the tight end and immediately hit and taken down by the Badgers. On the tackle is Tyler Hill. No gain, maybe even a loss on the play. Where are they going to spot it? A loss of 2.
Just another great play by Tyler Hill, but in these situations you have to be careful because you just had a penalty to help him get into this good field position to get him to the end zone. So you really have to tighten down the defense and tighten up the reins and see if you can stop him here.
I like what I just saw on the Badger sidelines. I'll tell you about it in a second. 3 wide out, split wide to the left. Yowell, delay handoff on the draw. Trying to get to the outside. Gets back to the original line of scrimmage. Maybe another yard, so a gain of 3. It'll be 3rd and 9 from the 29. The young man for the Badgers that made the great play and then got called for the penalty got an earful as he came off the field, but now I've been watching him down on the sidelines. He comes over, the defensive coordinator puts his arm around him, and then Coach Paul Peterson comes back over and gives him some words of encouragement and well. And I like that. You can't beat him up too bad. You want to build him back up. He's a great player. So 3rd and 9, another big 3rd down here for the Bears. Yowell, nobody in the backfield with him. 3 wideouts to the right, 2 to the left. Drops the snap, under pressure, throws over the middle, too high, incomplete, no, picked off. The Badgers have picked it off. Down the sidelines to the 35, the 40, picking his way, has room to run, breaks through. And he's going to be caught from behind. I think he was too worried about the people coming from behind. He had a blocker ahead of him, but a great interception and a great return for the Badgers. Coming up with the interception is Mahal, a defensive freshman from Taylorsville, with the interception. So the Badgers will have the ball in Bear territory at the 44, stepping up big, the defense.
I agree, but also as you saw there, with the offensive line crumbling, Yowell there kind of panicked a bit and tried to throw it to the nearest person in and overthrew him, and as his intended receiver batted it, that's how Snow got.
High snap for the Badgers, hand off to Ellis. Ellis dragging players, gets to the 40 and then taken down. You always hear quarterbacks have an internal clock, a clock in their head. They know how much time they've got, and I think that disrupted everything when he had that low snap. He bobbled it, picked it up, knew he was going to be under pressure and tried to get rid of it. Play action for Kerr. Kerr rolls out to the right, has a lot of time. Now under some pressure, throws short, it's going to be caught. Was that Hess? I think it was Chase Hess, the tight end. A gain of only 2. It's going to be 3rd and 5. Badgers go quickly. Bears had to run up to the line. Now the Badgers are going to take a minute and reset. Brandon Ellis in the backfield behind Kerr. 3 wide out, split wide to the left, including the tight end. A little bit of a high snap. Kerr has time, throws out in the flats. It's going to be bobbled by Hess, incomplete.
It looks like he just couldn't keep a handle on the pass there. Good pass, but it may be a little too low for him to keep a good handle on it.
Hess is a big kid, and that was thrown down and below his knees. I'm not saying he couldn't have caught it, but it would have been a spectacular catch. Badgers going to go for it here on 4th and 5. Three wideouts bunched up to the left. Ellis in the backfield. Kerr takes the snap, looks to the left, has time, sets up, throws short, incomplete. And the Bears hold defensively, and the Badgers turn it over on downs. Great stand by the Bear defense.
I agree. It's really nice to see when a coach gets aggressive to want to take those fourth and kind of shorts, but it's also really risky because you're kind of weighing a risk there to give the ball back to a good field position back to your opponent.
Well, the defense has given you the confidence, I think, on the last few possessions to make that call. They've come up with a few turnovers they've been able to hold.
I totally agree with that statement, and let's see if they can do the same thing they've been doing for the last quarter.
Handoff, breaking through into the backfield. Still on his feet for the Bears, down the sidelines, I think. Tommy Works. They've been shuffling the running back so much it's kind of hard to keep track, but I think it was Tommy Works. Yeah, Tommy Works on the carry. That's a first down into Badger territory. Mark it at the 38-yard line, 1st and 10. Bears trying to make the Badgers pay for that going for it on 4th. And turning the ball back over to the Bears. Yowell, 2 wideouts to the right, 1 to the left. He's got 2 running backs in the backfield with him. One of them is Works. Long snap count. Handoff to Works again. Works bounces to the outside. No, somebody got a hold of him. Who was it?
Tommy Works again the carry. Brought down by number 17, TJ Kautai.
That time they tried to do what have Works did what he did last time. Go off. It looked like the left tackle and find all that through that blocking. But that time the defense was ready for what Works was going to give to them.
TJ Kautai is credited with the tackle for the Badgers. It looked like Works was going to run for a lot more yardage, and Kautai was able to get a hold of him. 2nd down and 10. Works now splits out as a wide receiver. Nobody in the backfield with Yowell. 5 wide receivers. Yowell under pressure, throws over the middle, and because of the pressure, throws behind the tight end, incomplete, intended for Martin Nivens.
Speaking of that quarterback internal clock, like you said before, Snow's actually been doing really well after this last quarter to really throw off that internal clock by making sure that offensive line doesn't give him the time he needs to make sure he gets that right receiver and throws the right pass to him.
So 3rd and 10. Again, the Bears go with an empty backfield. 5 wideouts, 3 right, 2 left. Yowell back to pass, under pressure, and he's going to be wrapped up and sacked. Coming from the left side that time for the Badgers, I think. Well, if I don't drop my paper, I think it was Kahi Nevis. It is. So a sack and a loss of 6. It'll be 4th and 16 and a punting situation for the Bears.
Alrighty. We've got 2 for you guys.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Punt by the Bears. It's going to be a short kick. Fair catch signaled for and taken by Derek Wright at about the 12-yard line.
Thank you to Little Teachers for giving us this pizza and
athletic department.
The athletic department too, and the 2 young ladies who come up and gave it to us.
Badgers on the possession. Play action, pass behind the tight end. Chase Hess, incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 12. Kerr looking for the play from the sidelines. He's got Derek Wright split wide to the left. Looks like Powell in the slot to the left. Warren in the backfield. Back to pass is Kerr. Quick pass out in the flats. Going to be caught gain of maybe 4. More like 3. So it's going to bring up 3rd and 7 deep in their own territory here for the Badgers.
You know, it kind of looks like now that Bears defense is starting to strap down and really get back into that quarterback's face now.
Again, a single setback with Warren in the backfield. Kerr, high snap. Back to pass, under a lot of pressure, steps up in the pocket, has room to run, tucks it down, get out, close to the first down. This is going to be really close. This is going to be one of those right foot, left foots. Nope, the referee says he's got it, and they're moving the chains.
You always like to see a quarterback that in those times where everybody's covered and the pocket breaks to know when to run and to look for those openings and through those pockets to get to the either some good yardage or the first down.
Kerr not afraid to run it, and a big first down there for the Badgers. Powell in motion. Handoff goes to Warren. Warren has a hole. Warren through the middle of the field. It's a foot race. Warren at the 40, the 30. No one's going to catch him. 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Jalen Warren, as he takes it 68 yards?
Looks like about that.
No, 78 yards. 78 yards. Jalen Warren.
It's just another great play by Jalen Warren. In fact, that's another at least over maybe 30-yard gain to a touchdown there by him. The second time this game.
Yeah, that is 2 touchdowns for Jalen Warren now. And the Badgers have gone up 20-6. Extra point coming by Baird. Snap is good, the placement's good, the kick is up, and the kick is good. Badgers lead it 21-6.
I'm sure you're happy about this, Gary, but the run game has found itself here. As you mentioned earlier, Jalen Warren, that's at least he's ran over maybe almost a good 100 yards now.
He's definitely over 100 yards now. In fact, they were gave us the stats here. Yeah, he should be over 100. First quarter, he had 3 rushes for 36 yards. And that touchdown run was 32.
So I had that 78-yard touchdown there. It's over 100.
Badgers rushed for 5 times for 44 yards in the first quarter. The Bears 8 rushes for 16 yards. Total offense, Bears 22 plays for 53 yards. The Badgers 13 plays for 112. That was just the first quarter. We'll have halftime stats for you coming up. Again, a reminder, we'll also have the groundbreaking ceremony for you. Hopefully we'll have the groundbreaking ceremony for you. We're not sure the camera's going to be working down on that end. We've lost another camera too, haven't we? Oh no, it's just too dark. So the Badgers set to kick off. Baird to do the kicking duties. High, short, end over end kick is going to be taken. No, it's bobbled into the end zone and out of the end zone. That'll be a touchback. The Bears actually caught a break there, because if that would have bobbled and gone out of bounds, they would have been pinned deep. Luckily for the Bears, it went into the end zone and out of the end zone, so they get the ball at the 25-yard line.
It kind of looked like he was, I don't know, wasn't quite looking in the right place, and it was just a little too high for where he was standing to actually get a good grip onto the ball.
So 8.5 minutes remaining here in the first half. Badgers with the 21-6 lead. The Bears led this game 6-0. The Badgers have run off 21 unanswered points.
It's kind of funny because you compare it to the ASA Miami game quite a bit.
We've got a new quarterback in the backfield for the Bears. And that is number 12, Gilbert Villalobos, a freshman, 5'10", 188-pound freshman from Phoenix. He's a southpaw, and he picks up 8 yards on that first pass play. Now it's a handoff, and that's going to be enough for the first down as Tyrese Green is run out of bounds across the 40 to the 41. and maybe Villalobos gives a spark to the Bears.
I wonder if the coach there was just telling Yell, just to sit him down, calm him down, and give him some words of encouragement and let Villalobos kind of take over for a second.
Villalobos, play action. Here's the option play. Pitch to the deep man in the backfield. Gain of about 2, and that is all. That looked like it was...
Tackle made by Sherwin Lavaka.
Was it Giovanni Policaro? No, it's Tyrese Green in the backfield.
Lavaka made the tackle.
Lavaka on the tackle, thank you. So it's going to be 2nd and 8 after a gain of 2. Villalobos, single man in the backfield with him. Back to pass, flag on the play. That could be lining up offsides. Villalobos with the first down as he just takes it and runs. And he's going to be to the 44-yard line. Flag on the play. What is it? Offsides on the Badgers? It is. So the Bears will decline that and take the first down as they get into Badger territory at the 44-yard line.
It looked like Villalobos wasn't afraid there to run the ball real quick, kind of like what Braxton Kerr did.
Very similar. Tony Mafaleo checks in for the Badgers at the right defensive end. 1st and 10. Villalobos, quick pass out on the flats. Got a man out there. He's got good yardage out near the sticks once again. He's to the 35-yard line, a gain of 9. So Villalobos has checked into the ball game and really sparked this Bear offense as they are moving the ball now into Badger territory. The Badgers got to get off the field. There's the snap. Too many men on the field, I think.
I believe so. Right as they start to play, there were still a few Badgers on the field.
And then I think they're going to call the Badgers for another unsportsmanlike.
Yeah, there was that late little flag thrown after we saw.
But he didn't. Well, they're not going to call the other one. That's wise because he didn't. It's not like he threw him down. So it's going to be 2nd and let's call it 6 as it's moved back to the 40. So the Badgers do not get called for the 12 men on the field because it was illegal procedure by the Phoenix Bears. But Villalobos again running the offense and performing a spark out here. Pass to the man out of the backfield. And that's going to be back up near the sticks once again as they get to the 35-yard line. It'll be 3rd and maybe a yard to go is all.
This is good for Villalobos to actually come in and give a little bit of life to that Bears offense that seemed a bit dormant after the Snow College defense really kicked it into high gear.
5 minutes and 46 seconds remaining. Long snap count. Villalobos hands it off. Got a hole for Green. Green breaks the tackle. Still on his feet inside the 20. Taken down near the 16-yard line. Tyrese Green on the carry. Big first down for the Bears.
Great play off the tackle there. Found his opening. And it didn't look like he got any blocking there. He just powered through the defense there. Had two double coverage there on him there for a second. Dragging 2 Snow College defensive players.
1st and 10. Inside the 20. So the Bears inside the red zone. Villalobos back to pass, has time, throws out in the flats, this time incomplete, intended for Green. Well, let's give a shout out to somebody in China who's watching the stream. How about that?
Oh, I didn't know we had fans in China.
I didn't either. Well, shout out to China fans, whether they're cheering for the Badgers or Phoenix. Welcome to the broadcast. 2nd and 10. Villalobos has checked in for the Bears at quarterback, and he has given them a spark and put them inside Badger territory, inside the red zone. Lobos, play action. Rolls out to the left, under pressure, gets away, steps out of bounds. He's going to lose some yardage, but not as much as he could have. He did a good job of breaking away from the tackle They're going to mark him down at the 23-yard line, so a loss of 5, 3rd and 15.
You know, it comes to these situations where you can see that these backup quarterbacks or even your main quarterbacks kind of have the ball smarts and just kind of know what they're doing to prove what they've got in these kind of situations.
Well, I think Villalobos has proved that already. Gilbert Villalobos, 5'10" freshman from Phoenix, given the reins on this possession here, and it's 3rd and 15. 3 wide out, split wide to the right, a single setback. Lobos under pressure. Villalobos rolls out, throws across his body. Pass is going to be caught at the 10 and then knocked out of bounds, so it's short of the first down.
What?
Depending on where they mark it.
Those are some great eyes by Villalobos that found the open man on the field while running, mind you, while the whole defense is coming after him, and converted the pass.
Well, and he's a southpaw going to his right, so he had to throw across his body. 4th and 1, a big 4th down play here for the Bears. Villalobos in the backfield, got 2 running backs behind him. Badgers showing blitz, somebody moved. The left tackle move for the Bears. That is so costly. So now instead of 4th and 1, it's 4th and 6. We'll see if the Bears change their mind and take the 3 points or still go for it here on 4th.
You can't have those kind of things get you, especially how close you were to get that first down. I mean, it's one way to get 4th and 1, but it's another way to get a 4th and 6.
They're going to go for it. So Villalobos in the backfield. Gilbert Villalobos with 2 running backs, 1 on each side of him. Now he sends a man in motion from right to left. Villalobos back to pass, under some pressure, going to throw, got a man there, and he's got to work to get to the first down. I don't think he made it. He did not get to the 10-yard line. On the pass play is Joseph Eubanks, and that's going to be over on downs, a big defensive stand for the Badgers.
Showed a bit of confidence in that Bears offense, but also great confidence in that Snow Badger defense to stop them from getting that first down.
We need to move them. Badgers hand it off on a play off the left tackle out near the 20-yard line to the 19. On the carry was Brandon Ellis. Ellis is checked in. He gains 9, so it'll be 2nd and 1. Badgers go with a quarterback sneak. That's enough for the first down. And that'll move the chains. 3 minutes and 13 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Badgers lead at 21-6 after holding on 4th and 1, and then after the illegal procedure, 4th and 6. Hand off again to Ellis. Ellis has got some room to run. He's got a hole. Does a nice straight arm. He's dragged down from behind, but not until he gets into territory of, looks like the Phoenix Bears. He was out of bounds. He fumbled the ball, but he was out of bounds first. So the Badgers will have the ball at the 44-yard line. Great run by Brandon Ellis.
It was great, but it was kind of scary there at the end because he kind of got lucky. He was out of bounds right there because that Bears defense got right on that ball and was about to take it back.
So 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Man in motion. Handoff once again. This time to Warren. Warren breaks a tackle, still on his feet, and he breaks another tackle. Warren's going to score again. This time from 44 yards, Jalen Warren breaks the tackle, gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Snow College.
It looks like a hurt. Oh, never mind. He got up. There's a hurt Bears defense player on the ground. He's getting to the sidelines, though, by his own power.
So the Badgers now 27 unanswered points. 3 touchdowns by Jalen Warren. One of 32, one of 68, and now one of 44. Extra point coming up by Baird.
Jalen Warren is really putting up some NFL numbers tonight for how far he's running.
Extra point is good. Badgers lead at 28-6. Welcome back as we get set for the kickoff. Baird to kick it off. A single man back deep for the Bears. 2 minutes, 27 seconds remaining here in the first half of play. The Badgers have reeled off 28 unanswered points and lead at 28-6. The Bears have been plagued by a couple of turnovers that have turned into points for the Badgers. And the Badgers have found their running game with Jalen Warren. End-over-end kick is going to carry into the end zone, and the Bears are going to bring it out from 2 yards deep, out to the 15, and that is about all. Good coverage by the Badgers. They're going to mark it actually at the 16, but tough field position here for the Bears with 2:22 remaining.
Now you just got to see how their new quarterback out there for the Bears will handle this situation. See if he can prove himself out here like he did last place. Get them back into that red zone field position.
Well, we'll see who comes out at quarterback. I thought Villalobos did a really good job on his time at quarterback, and I think he's back out there again. Hard to see the numbers from this angle. And it looks like there's going to be delay of game. Is that Villalobos? I think it, well, now somebody moved and flags thrown again. Badgers jump, and now it's a false start. So 2 penalties in a row. Boy, the wheels are coming off the wagon for the Bears. As they came out, had a delay of game, and now an illegal procedure. And instead of 1st and 10 from their own 17, it's going to be 1st and 20. Badgers now smell blood, and it looks like they might be coming on a blitz. Back to passes Villalobos out of his end zone. Got a man out there, incomplete. Almost picked off. It went through the hands of the Badger defender. I think that was Ofengawe. So 2nd down and 20. And it is Villalobos in the backfield at quarterback. He's got a single setback with him. 2 wideouts to the left, 2 to the right. Villalobos, long snap count. Low snap, hands it off straight ahead, and that's going to be a loss of a yard or 2. Back to the 5-yard line, and now the Badgers are going to take a timeout with 2:11 remaining. That's their first timeout of the half. And they're thinking, well, we should get really good field position if we can hold again here. It's going to be 3rd and about 22.
Yeah, with the start of the Bears offensive drive, it's just they're both preventable penalties, if you could see. That, you can't really do things like that, especially right now when you're down. But I think if the Bears offense could really just kind of calm themselves down, as I mentioned before, for the Snow offense and defense, and they can get a good play going, they can probably get back into this game.
Now this is a deep hole they've put themselves into. Number one, maybe a questionable call. I know you're trying to make a big play running that out of the end zone, but it gave them poor field position. Then you have the delay of game, which pushes you back 5. The illegal procedure pushes them back 5 again, and all of a sudden now you're looking at 1st and 20. And after the running play, 3rd now, and long, 21 or 22 yards to go here. So you're working from deep in your own end, deep end of the field. Badgers called the timeout, hoping to get the ball back here. Big 3rd down. Villalobos takes the snap in the end zone, looking to pass, throws the screen pass in and out of the hands, incomplete. That stops the clock, so the Badgers still have 2 timeouts. 2:06 remaining, and they will be forced to punt from deep in their own end zone.
You know, when you have drives like that, it really kind of hurts the psyche of the team and the quarterback, which, you know, you kind of gotta like walk, you know, shake those things off at the end and, you know, get back into the game, which the Phoenix has a lot of time, which close to halftime now, to kind of talk about that and to see what they can change.
The punt is taken and returned. The Badgers have great field position. Derek Wright is tackled near the 30-yard line.
Derek Wright with the return. Tackle made by number 44, Dante Coleman. Badgers have it. 1st and 10 at the Bears' 30-yard line.
Kind of looked like on that play, kind of tripped there a bit, not by any other tackler, just a bit of a miss, kind of put your foot in a weird position just to kind of slip on. And I've heard that turf is not the greatest when you're trying to get a good footing on there.
Pass out on the flats is incomplete, a little too low and hard to handle. Bears defense was out there though, intended for Keyshawn.
Just a little too low for McCoy on that one. He's trying. I wonder if the wind's kind of catching it a bit here. As you can tell, it's a little windy. But, you know, just a little more height on that, and I'm pretty sure Keyshawn McCoy would have had that.
So McCoy split wide to the right. Derek Wright to the left, but the handoff is going to go to Brandon Ellis. Ellis is hit as soon as he gets the ball, and he's going to lose yardage back to the 38-yard line. Great defensive play there by the Bears to see that and throw the Badgers for a loss of 8. Clock continues to run with 1:30 to go, and a huge 3rd down here for Snow College.
Number 41, Brandon Ellis.
So the Badgers stopped the clock, got the ball back in excellent field position, but they're not able to do anything with it as of yet.
Sometimes it's the more desperate that kind of wins out the fight sometimes.
Powell in motion from left to right. Kerr back to pass, has time to throw, looks deep, throws down the sidelines to the left. Caught. Touchdown, Snow College. Huge play by Braxton Kerr. I couldn't see who caught the ball because we're blocked.
I believe it was Hess.
I'm going to go with Derek Wright. Just guessing.
One of the two, I believe.
I should have run down the steps again like I normally do to see that.
Yeah, you're right. Derek Wright had that.
Derek Wright was split wide to the left, and I think he just went right down the sidelines, and Kerr hit him in stride. Made the catch just inside the 5 and then fell into the end zone for the touchdown with 1:05 remaining here in the first half.
You know, I'm going to go back on my analogy saying sometimes, you know, you have 2 dogs fighting. You have the big dog and you have the desperate dog. And sometimes desperate dog does win, but in this case, the big dog kind of stamped out this desperate one.
Well, we've got a delay here. I don't know if somebody's injured. Must have an injury in the corner of the end zone. I'm going to see if I can get around the corner here and take a look. Yeah, we've got a Phoenix Bear that was injured in the corner of the end zone. And they're helping him off the field.
It's never good to see a man go down, especially a big key player on your defense too. But it's good to see him get back up and be helped off the field.
So Baird comes out onto the field to try the extra point. We still got to wait a minute for the injured Bear to go off. Again, 1:05 remaining here in the first half. And coming up at halftime, we'll have the groundbreaking ceremonies for the new fitness and training facility that's going to be built here at the south end of the end zone. Extra point is blocked, goes into the end zone, and that's going to end it. So the Badgers miss an extra point, but they lead it 34-6 with 1:05 to go here in the first half.
You know, like I said before, I've compared this game to ASA when they played ASA Miami for good reasons. The penalties is one of them, but also how Snow really struggled at first to find that rhythm in offense and in defense and giving up those first points, but also just afterwards bouncing back and just coming back, taking control of this game.
Well, 34 unanswered points. I'd say they're doing a good job of that, and it's been the defense and the offense. The Bears looked terrific on that very first possession. They marched it right down the field and got it in the end zone, but the defense has come back, made some adjustments that they needed to. They've been able to put pressure on the quarterback. Villalobos has showed that he's got some spark going with the Bears. I know they were down 20. What were they? Down 28-6. The illegal procedure really hurt them. They had 4th and 1. I think they could have picked that up. Then it turned it into 4th and 6, and it was just too much.
Yeah, it was just those dumb penalties that can be preventable sometimes, but they can be accidental too. And it's just you got to adapt to those situations.
Baird with the high end over end kick, returned out to the 25-yard line. I believe it was Tyrese Green on the return.
Tyrese Green again with the return.
So the Bears will have 59.9 seconds remaining here in the first half. And they will have 75 yards to go. Back to passes Villalobos. Had time. Now he's under some pressure. Does not get rid of it. And he's swarmed under. Give the sack to the defensive backs that time for the Badgers.
I agree that they really got through that offensive line that time. And just kudos to them for doing that. And also with a bit, even though he was sacked at the end, Villalobos did really good at breaking those first few tackles, but in the end did get sacked.
Second down and long. Villalobos takes the snap. Delay draw. That goes nowhere. Boy, the Badgers just blew that up. And I think the Bears now content to just run the clock out. They won't have to run another play. And they will not. 34-6, the Badgers with the lead here at halftime. Coming up at halftime, we'll have some video of the drill team and the cheerleaders. No audio because we don't have the copyright issues with that. And we'll also have for you the groundbreaking ceremony. And we'll have some statistics for you. So don't panic. We're going to cut the audio for a little bit, but the video should stay with you. We'll be back after this.
Hi, it's Easton Stoffer here with stats for both teams for the half. So right now it's Phoenix College with running. Tommy Works as a total of 31 yards. His longest was 23-yard pickup. Tyrese Green has a total of 18 yards, and well, as long as it's 18 yards. DeAndre Grant, also for rushing, has 15 yards. Joseph Eubanks has a total of 7 yards, and his longest pickup was 6. So passing, Cameron Yao has had a total of 38 yards and 1 touchdown. He's been sacked twice. While Villalobos, on the other hand, has 41 yards. His longest pass was 14, and he's been sacked twice also. You go to the receiving for Phoenix College. Elijah Johnson has about 15 yards, and his longest has been 7. Jordan Green, 32 yards, and his longest pickup has been 14. Tommy Works also has a total of 11 yards, and his longest pickup's been 4, while Tyrese Green has a total of 4 yards, and his longest pickup was 5, probably with a loss. So with punting, Lorenzo Sanchez is about 133 yards. His average is about 33.2. While the kick returns, Tyrese Green has had 55 yards, while Avery Sanders has had about 14. So right now with tackles, Williams is 2 for 1. Well, Kester Olsen is 2 for 2. While Gabe Mendoza is 2 for 2, and Abdullah Yansin is 2 for 2. Now we go on to Snow College's stats.
They were honored as distinguished alumni for their personal, professional, and community achievements.
Now we take you to
It is my privilege to take a few moments to introduce them to you. You can turn around. Maria O'Mara gives away class of 1992. She found her passion for journalism and communication early in life. As a young girl, she began developing her skills as a reporter by writing the neighborhood news on her powder blue Fisher-Price newspaper and hand-delivering it to her neighbors in Gunnison, Utah, where she grew up. When she arrived at Snow College, she joined the staff of the Snowdrift and became the
So as we continue on down here, as you can see, halftime, we're going to do the not dedication, but
just as she had done at Snow, completed the honors program as part of her course of study.
I'm trying to figure out the word here. I'm sorry, people. Groundbreaking. Thank you, Gary.
Inspiring big ideas.
All right, now we're going to move on to Snow College's stats while they're doing that. So Jalen Warren has had about 158 yards rushing and 3 touchdowns. His longest rush has been 78 yards. Well, Brandon Ellis is about 39 yards total. His longest has been 34-yard gain, while Braxton Kerr has had 18 yards. His longest run was for 7 yards. Braxton Kerr has about 110 yards passing, while has 2 touchdowns, has not been sacked yet. Derek Wright has had 62 yards, 1 touchdown, his longest gain was about 38. While Chase Hess has about 4.
Catherine and Gavin. They currently reside in West Jordan, Utah. Please join me in a warm Badger round of applause for this distinguished alumnus. chemistry teacher and proud Snow College Badger. In his words, I love to see students succeed. Boyd and his wife Sandra are the parents of 4 children, all Snow College graduates, 14 grandchildren, and 2 great-grandchildren. They currently reside in Spring City, Utah. Please again join me in a warm Badger round of applause for this distinguished alumnus. Thank you. The Snow College Alumni Association extends a warm welcome to our Golden Badgers. These are Snow College alumni who graduated 50 plus years ago. The Golden Badgers annual reunion was held earlier today at noon. Would all the Golden Badgers in attendance please stand and give us a wave? Thank you for giving them a round of applause. Welcome back to Snow College and thank you for joining us today. In 2015, Snow College started a new tradition of hosting 40-year reunions for its football teams. This year, the college is honored to host the 1978 football team along with other football alumni from the 1975 through 1978 seasons. Led once again by Coach David Arslanian, the team gathered on campus to celebrate their victories as a team and their love of Snow College. Please stand, give us a wave. Ah, they're coming out on the field. Let's give a warm welcome to this year's 40-year Badger football reunion attendees. Go Badgers!
Thank you. Well, they are getting their photo op. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Snow College alumni and fans of all ages, it's my pleasure at this time to direct your attention to the south end zone, where Snow College President Gary Carlson and Athletic Director Rob Nilsson are assembled with some distinguished guests for an important event. We now pass it down to President Carlson for the announcement and to take us through the proceedings. Welcome Badgers, one and all, especially tonight as homecoming. We welcome all of those who have attended Snow College and returned to celebrate with us this evening. We welcome future Badgers, and of course we welcome our great student body that is here tonight. We're so grateful for them. And the rowdy crowd. The band and the cheerleaders. Tonight, we have a very special occasion. We have the opportunity, as a college, to build a new athletic center. This new athletic center you can see on the video board, as well as there are renderings in your programs. Let me just tell you a little bit about this athletic center and how it came to be. It came because of some very special legislators in this last legislative session. And I would like to thank them on behalf of Snow College, all of us who work here, support the college, and especially our students. So tonight we have 2 of those legislators here, and I'm going to ask them to raise their arms and wave. Representative Carl Albrecht and Representative Darren Owens. Could you recognize them, please?
Hey, we ate all the pizza, sorry. Hey, let's just set that right here.
Other key legislators, Representative Francis.
I don't know what happened.
Senator Peter Coker,
This is what
Senator Ralph Holtman was very instrumental in gaining this $5 billion appropriation for Snow College to build this building. Let's hear it for our legislator and our taxpayers who are so helpful. Tonight, as we celebrate
And a little bit left.
the beginning
Guy in the orange is
of
the one
this
that's
new
talking.
building, let me just briefly tell you a little bit about it. It'll be a 2-story building. It is for all of our athletes and our students. Our student body will also
dirt over, then go back to the right.
Athletic weight room, training facilities, staff areas, meeting classes.
You were just going to walk out of here.
Well, I didn't notice because you had pizza in front of your face. How are you?
There will be one
What do you got you out here for?
They don't care much.
Here's a chair.
One
chair.
For her. We stand.
I saw you driving in, but you were busy calling the stuff in, so I didn't get a chance to yell at you.
It takes quite a bit.
Yeah, it does. So is this all running down?
That's us.
Right.
We don't run the whole scoreboard. We just give them the radio feed. We're using it.
We still run the radio station over here.
So
I see some of the
we're very grateful. We're going to start a celebration tonight.
Brown, those guys who did the
Turn some dirt.
AD,
I'd like to introduce to you
Brandon Brown. They did radio shows. They were here playing.
we'll have
So I see those guys who say some of the best memories doing the radio
well, just
show.
wait.
This is the president.
So Rob Gibson, our athletic director. Rob,
That's what I've heard.
Scott Bushnell, chair of the Snow College Board of Trustees. Leslie Kiesel, vice chair of the Board of Trustees. Jared Debbie, school
Right.
body president.
Right.
Chad Nielsen, MHTM architects. That designing the building. Alan Rittenspot.
So I was talking to Laura
from Clayton Construction.
about
Clayton
this was
Construction
only been back
built the
since
building.
just I haven't just,
John Vance,
and now with Paul here and Ed here, and so I'm like, okay, this is time. I got to play it. Let's play it. Okay, now it's not going to go back. So we were talking about it. She says, that wouldn't have happened. I never would have left.
To the name of the field, the
Yeah,
Robert
yeah,
Scott
you're probably right.
Field, that is
What we've
now
got
on the
over
turf.
and stuff.
Rosie Connor, who is our dance director of Snow College, and a member of
Okay, you're
the
right.
football
Like she always says.
federation.
You're right.
We have Ken Denos.
Not afraid to admit it again.
They're always right, aren't they?
They are. Even when they're not, they are.
Well, it's good to see you anyway.
All right, see you.
Say hi to your wife.
Claudia Jarrett, Sanford County Commissioner, Craig Matthews, Vice President of Student Success, Steve Hood, Vice President of Academics at Snow College, and David Messenger, Vice President of Finance. So, thank you for coming. Thanks to everyone. We're happy with the score at halftime, obviously, and we're going to now begin our celebration and do the groundbreaking for this new building. It will start construction shortly after our last home football game, and it will be available beginning of fall semester in 2019. Thanks to all of you.
That was President Gary Carlston giving the address there, and now you'll be able to watch everybody turn over a shovel of dirt for the groundbreaking ceremonies.
It looks like we're ready. Can we get a drum roll, please?
And crazy to think that this building will be ready in less than 1 year. But it's going to be kind of a combination prefab building. And there we see everybody turn over the dirt. And it's going to be a great facility, but they're going to build cement walls, pour them on site, and then haul them down here on great big semis and then stand them up. So it's going to be quite the facility and ready in the fall of 2019. So Easton, you went over some of the stats. Anything that jumps out at you that's oh yeah, that's it. That's the halftime stats.
Yeah, it was mostly Braxton Kerr's 110 yards and 2 touchdown passing, while Jalen Warren's 158 yards and 3 touchdowns really stand out. And apologies for stopping quite abruptly with the stats. As you saw, we saw the groundbreaking, so we had to quickly stop for that.
Looking on the Phoenix side of things, they've had almost as many first downs as the Badgers. They've had 11 first downs compared to the Badgers' 12. Only 61 yards rushing, 79 yards passing, so total yards 140. The Badgers have more than doubled their offense production on almost half as many plays, because the Bears have had 46 offensive plays, the Badgers only 28. Time of possession even. Time of possession for the Bears, 20 minutes. Time of possession for the Badgers, 9 minutes. So that's really crazy. When you look at that, you would think, almost think that the Bears might be winning this ball game, but they find themselves down 34-6 after they led 6-0, and then the Badgers ran off 34 unanswered points.
That just goes to show how how great the coaching staff is to really change up what's going on out there, to make adjustments to the offense and defense, and just help them get to this 34-point lead here.
So the Badgers will have the ball to start the second half.
Here's a little score update from another college here in Utah. Utah Utes fall to the Cougars tonight. The Washington State Cougars, 28-24.
Wow. Well, at least the Utes scored 24 points. That's a lot more than they have been scoring. What time does the Y play?
I'm checking that right now. Let's see.
So leading rusher for the Badgers, of course, Jalen Warren, 5 carries for 158 yards. He's averaging 31.6 yards per carry. Brandon Ellis, 4 carries for 47 yards, and Braxton Kerr, 4 carries for 18 yards. Braxton Kerr, 8 out of 15. He's got 1 interception, 110 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, a long of 38. Derek Wright, 3 catches for 62 yards and 1 touchdown. So Keyshawn McCoy a touchdown, Derek Wright a touchdown, and 3 touchdowns for Jalen Warren. Kickoff to start the second half. Back deep to receive for the Badgers will be Jalen Powell. And
on the board, a few of the events that we've had.
Weston Barlow. Powell will be on the far side, Barlow on the near side, as we get set to start this second half. Again, Badgers lead it 34-6. And here comes the kickoff by the Bears. And this will probably not be returned, and it will. About 8 yards deep in the end zone, Powell is going to bring it out. Powell is going to be tackled near the 15-yard line. Not sure that's a wise decision.
Well, I mean, you can try going for it, but the defense is quite there that time.
So the Badgers will start deep in their own territory on their first possession here of the second half. And they have it marked at the 14-yard line. 1st and 10 at the 14. Kerr in the backfield. Hands it off to Warren. Warren, a huge hole again. Warren still on his feet, breaks it to the outside. It's a foot race again down the sidelines. Warren dodges a tackler, still on his feet. And finally they say he's out of bounds, clear back at the 44. He was not touched, clear up at the 20, but they say he did step out of bounds at the 44. But a huge gain again by Jalen Warren.
You just look at Jalen Warren, and I compare a lot in these games, and it just reminds me of old Marshawn Lynch, beast mode, getting past everybody, powering through. He's been doing that the whole time.
Kerr back to pass, has time, steps up in the pocket, throws the deep out, too high, incomplete. Badgers wanted a pass interference call, but they're not going to get it. And it'll be 2nd and 10 from the 44.
Pass intended for number 80, Jackson Higginson. Incomplete, 2nd down.
2nd down and 10. Kerr with Warren in the backfield. Hands it off. No, it's going to be Brandon Ellis, and Ellis is going to be wrapped up for a loss. Brandon Ellis is probably thinking, hey, why don't you give me the kind of plays that Jalen Warren gets?
He hasn't found beast mode yet like Warren has.
No, he hasn't. In fact, Ellis has had a couple of runs for loss of yardage. Back to passes Kerr on 3rd and long. Has Hess. Hess makes the catch, turns it upfield for the 1st down, and a flag comes in. We'll see what the penalty is. Clear him out. Clear him out.
Delete. You have too much.
So a flag on the play as the Badgers look like they did get the 1st down. But it's going to be an illegal block in the back, or pass interference. So that's going to be pushed back. Holy mackerel.
Oh, dang.
Offensive pass interference is the call.
I didn't see an offensive pass interference. I mean, I was helping out with some technical difficulties, but when I was looking, I didn't see much.
Well, that's going to be the call, so it's going to be 3rd and 28. Brandon Ellis in the backfield with Braxton Kerr. Kerr fakes the handoff, steps up in the pocket, has room to run. Now he's going to tuck it and run. Bears come up and make the tackle, a gain of maybe 5 yards. So it's going to be 4th and 23, and the Badgers will be forced to punt. And the Bears hold on the first possession here by the Badgers, where they started in good field position.
Jacob Johnson.
So a punting situation for the Badgers. And I don't know what happened there. That was...
we were looking at some technical difficulties.
It looked like the snap went off one of the up men, one of the blockers, because it never really got to the punter. And it's going to be fumbled, basically, and covered up. The Bears are going to have great field position at the 31-yard line.
You hate when those kind of things happen, and it's not planned things neither. It's just kind of like little mistakes that happen, and you hate it when those kind of things. But the Badgers' defense has been good so far. They've been really solid, so we'll see what they can do here to see if they can hold back this Bears offense.
Let's see who's at quarterback coming out to start the second half.
Is that Villalobos?
No, I think it's back to Yowell. It is Yowell. Yowell under pressure, going to tuck it and run. He's across the 30, tackled by the ankles as he gets to about the 26-yard line. So a gain of about 5-6 yards by Yowell.
How big is Yowell?
Yowell is 6'1", 172. 2nd down and 4. Yowell, a long snap count. Back to pass again. Throws the quick out, incomplete. I didn't even see anybody there.
I actually saw it looked like to be his intended receiver 34 overshot him quite a bit.
So 3rd and 5, a short 5 along 4. Yowell sends a man in motion. Back to pass, looks at the crossing route, got a man open, makes the catch, but he's going to be short of the first down. A gain of about 4, and they needed closer to 5, so it's going to be 4th and 1. And what do the Bears do here? I think they're going to go for it. So a big 4th down here for the Bears. 4th and 1. Yowell at quarterback, 2 running backs in the backfield, trying to get the Badgers offsides. The Badgers aren't biting. Still a lot of time on the play clock. Now down to 10. Yowell takes the snap, hands it off, straight ahead. Not much there. The Badgers stand him up. I don't think they got it from where I'm seeing the side judge come in. Badger defense is held. That is huge. Huge play. And very disheartening, I'm sure, for the Bears.
Well, it's really what this defense has been showing is just how tough they are, and just their kind of confidence in themselves, and then able to stop 4th and 1 situation on near the end zone is pretty good for any defense to do.
Right. So Kerr and the offense take over once again. Hand off to Brandon Ellis, and Ellis gets maybe a couple of yards as he gets out to the 25-yard line. Badgers started at their own 23. So it'll be 2nd and 8. Hand off Ellis. Ellis trying to pick his way through the line. Picks up about 5 yards out across the 30. It'll be 3rd and about 3.
The run game for Snow's offense, as well as passing, but as you can see, the run game's really shined here tonight for the Snow Badgers offense.
See if the Badgers go with, no, they go with pass play. It's going to be a crossing route, and it's going to be caught. Was that Keyshawn McCoy?
Yeah, I believe so.
Keyshawn McCoy.
So Keyshawn McCoy gets the pass on a little crossing route.
That's another Snow College.
A little slant from the wideout position. It's enough for the first down. The Badgers keep this drive alive. And McCoy comes off the field now. Badgers 3 wideouts, 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Kerr, hard snap count, but now he looks to the sidelines to adjust the play. Chase Hess in the backfield. No, it's not Chase Hess. Hand off Ellis. Ellis breaks a tackle, still on his feet, trying to get to the outside. Out of bounds, a gain of maybe 3 or 4. New tight end in the ball game for the Badgers is Caden Larson. Not Chase Hess, Caden Larson. Warren checks in, and Brandon Ellis comes out. And it looks like Kerr on 2nd down and 7. Fakes the handoff, keeps it on that zone read, turns it upfield and gains maybe 3. Gets to the 40-yard line. It's going to be 3rd and 4.
Tonight though, Braxton Kerr's just been showing how versatile he is. He's been running some good plays, passing-wise, as you could tell, was over his 100 yards passing, but also running the ball quite efficiently too.
Kerr back to pass, under some pressure, high throw, but it's going to be caught, and diving for the first down is Weston Barlow. He gets the first down and moves the chains out near midfield at about the 48. So Weston Barlow and Warren in the backfield. Handoff, Warren. Warren straight ahead, a gain of 4.
I was going to say, score update for you BYU fans. It's going to be a sad day, 0-35 Washington.
2nd and 7 for the Badgers. High snap. Kerr fakes the handoff, takes it straight ahead, and he gains maybe 3 or 4 as he gets across the 45, and it'll bring up 3rd and about 3. Badgers content to grind this one out here, running a lot of clock here in the 3rd quarter. Holding on to a fairly comfortable 34-6 lead. Kerr takes the snap, back to pass, goes on the crossing route. He's got a man open, Powell. Powell on a foot race. Powell will score. Jalen Powell from 45 yards from Braxton Kerr. Kerr that time dropped back in the pocket, had the patience, waited for Powell to break open.
And just a great play by the offensive line, also giving Braxton Kerr that time to make that decision and find Jalen Powell also. But also Powell beating his defender in a foot race and actually making his defender trip up so he could get to the end zone and score.
So Baird will try the extra point out of the hold by Derek Wright. Snap is good, placement's good, the kick is up, the kick is good, and the Badgers now lead it by a score of 41-6.
Let's pay tribute to a few of our wonderful Snow athletic sponsors. Ephraim Family Dental, High Sarah Ephraim, Joey's Pizza and Pasta, Walmart,
Well, a good drive by the Badgers.
Construction.
And a good job of managing the clock as well, doing a lot of running plays, only passing when they needed it, and capped off by the big pass play to Jalen Powell. Jalen Powell was lined up on the right side of the formation, just kind of did a little delay cross, and Kerr waited until he broke into the open and then hit him right in the numbers, and he was able to take it in. As you mentioned too, kind of had to break one tackle to be able to get into the end zone.
Like you said there too, also to go on what you were saying, Braxton Kerr had a beautiful pass there, just getting it right into his receiver's hands and just waiting, like you said, waiting in order for the right moment to strike.
Caught it in stride. If he threw it too far behind him, he would have had to slow up. Too far in front, obviously, would have made it incomplete, but nice pass by Braxton Kerr. I think you'll start to see a few more Badgers get into the lineup now, get some playing time. You might even see Braxton Kerr be done for the day, I'm not sure. So here comes the kick by Baird. High, short, end over end kick taken at the 15-yard line by Green. Green out to the 30 and drilled by the Badgers. Number 30 on the tackle, Patrick Green. Patrick Green is a freshman from Olympia, Washington. Went to Lacey High School. And the Bears will have it at their own 34-yard line.
It's kind of funny if you think about it tonight that how everybody here in the stands was so concerned for Snow College after this loss that they had in Scottsdale and how they were playing at first, but how now they've turned it around and just made it into a 41-point lead.
Yowell under pressure, throws the wide receiver screen, and that's going to pick up about 5-6 yards. On the catch was Jake LaHaro. Sophomore wide receiver from Boulder, Colorado. Let's give him 5. It'll be 2nd and 5. Yowell was under pressure, but it was a screen pass. Nobody in the backfield with Yowell. 5 wide receivers, back to pass. Under pressure is Yowell. Yowell hit and sacked. Parker Workman gave the initial pressure, but there to clean it up for the Badgers was Isaac Fotu. So the two defensive ends able to converge on Yowell. A loss of 7 all the way back to the 32-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 12.
Both great defensive ends, probably the bane of most quarterbacks in this conference existence here.
Parker Workman has already been one-time WSFL Player of the Week, trying to make it 2. Yowell scrambles, and he's caught from behind as he gets to the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard, and that is all, and the Bears are going to be forced to punt.
Speaking of, Parker Workman with the tackle.
He's just got so much speed at that defensive end position. He's really hard for a tackle to try to play one-on-one. because he's got that speed from the outside. And there he showed the speed, being able to track down Yowell from behind.
And Yowell seems to be a small, speedy little quarterback too.
Low snap. Punter gets it away. It's going to be caught by Derek Wright. Straight arm and takes it up the sidelines. Maybe a gain of about 5 on the return. And the Badgers will have it at about the 30. Looks like they're going to mark it right at the 35-yard line. Well, did Braxton Kerr come back out?
I cannot.
He might finish out the third quarter. I would be surprised if we see him at all in the fourth quarter. I don't think you'll see Jalen Warren again in the fourth quarter. Checking in for the Badgers at running back now is Shama Luwane, who had a great game.
Yes, he did. Luwane has shown to be a good running back.
Little delayed draw that time to Luwane, and he had nowhere to go. Bears just collapsed that.
You know, now it's really smart. I mean, with a 41-point lead always, not to keep running your best players out there so they don't get hurt, but to switch them out and to give them some breathing room and other players to kind of expand on what they can do.
I agree. Kerr still at quarterback, though. Luwane in the backfield with him. Kerr almost lost it. Hands it to Luwane. Luwane's got some room to run. Luwane breaks a tackle. Luwane is into Bear territory at the 49-yard line. That's going to be enough for a first down. Luwane really making a case that he needs a lot more playing time.
Oh, I agree. You know, I really think him and Jalen Warren, he'd be a good backup to, you know, as much as coming off the bench for a running back too.
Luwane breaks it to the outside, picks up about 6, maybe 7 yards. They're just so different. Jalen Warren is a lot more small, a little quicker on the cuts. Luwane is a big, powerful back. He's still got the speed, but he's a lot bigger and a lot more powerful. Injured Bear on the play. So that'll stop the clock here at 4:43.
Speaking of the comparison between Luwane and Warren, it's kind of like what now you see in Detroit on the Lions. They have a new running back named Kerryon Johnson, who's small, kind of like Jalen Warren, and he can get through that the defense and being quick. Well, they have a running back, LeGarrette Blunt, who's the big, powerful guy who can get through the defense as well.
Second down, and we'll call it 4 as the Badgers need to get to the 39-yard line. Kerr takes the snap, hands it to Luwane. Luwane finds a hole and gets inside the 35-yard line. Great play by Luwane that time. He got the handoff, and it looked like he just stayed where he was at and waited for that hold open. Sometimes you get running backs want to hit it too quick. He waited for the hold open and then went through it. Play action to Luwane. Rolls out Kerr. Kerr throws downfield. Got a man open. Pass is caught. Out of bounds. Pass is going to be caught by Jackson Higginson. Higginson picks up the first down at the 22-yard line.
That's another Snow College.
Braxton Kerr, he's done really well tonight, hasn't he?
Boy, after the first possession, which they looked pretty shaky, he's really settled down, and Badger's been able to move the ball. There goes Luwane again. Again, kind of pause for that hold open. This time not much there, but he does get positive yards to the 20. Gain of 2. So I haven't had a chance to talk with head coach Paul Peterson about Luwane. Luwane is listed as a linebacker. He's a freshman from Kimball, California, but he's been running the ball really well. Pass out in the flats, high, but it's going to be caught. Can't see who caught that. 88.
Number 88, Zay Sufor.
Okay, so Zay Sufor.
You notice how, I mean, it was a little high, but good for Sufor to actually like hop up vertically into the air, kind of like a little basketball move to catch the ball.
And it looks like the Badgers are going to be short of the first down. They went with a quarterback sneak that time, and the Bears just stood up the line, but the Badgers are going to go for it here on 4th. And they decide not to go with the quarterback sneak, back into the pistol formation. Handoff straight ahead. Luane's got the first down as he gets down near the 10.
You know, it's those situations though where Luane is really versatile and really helpful to get in because he just powers his way through that defensive line and most of the defensive players to get that first down.
18 seconds on the play clock. Badgers getting the call from the sidelines. Kerr taking his time. Now down to 10 seconds on the play clock. It's Kerr and Luane. Play action to Luane. Pass into the end zone. Too high, incomplete, intended for Derek Wright. Good defensive play. It looked like Wright got his hands on it, but then it was knocked away by the Bears. I think it was Chase Pope. No? Simon Robinson with the coverage. So 2nd and 10 from the 11. Kerr takes it himself into the end zone. It's that zone read where he looks like he's going to hand it off to Shama Luane. And honestly, I think Luane could have scored as well. And Braxton Kerr pulls it down, takes it right up the middle for the touchdown.
Like he said, great zone read, but also like a great kind of fake to the running back there to get the defense to thinking, oh, Luane's going to take it in, and they all head towards him while he reads and finds the pocket that's open so he can take it to the red zone.
Flag on the play. Somebody for the Bears came across the line and then the Badgers moved, so who are they going to call it on here? Offsides? Offside, so the Badgers will try it again. So we'll try it again. Derek Wright will be the holder for Baird to try the extra point. 1:59 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. Thanks for joining us on Snow TV for the live stream of Badger Homecoming. This extra point is up and good. So the Badgers lead at 48-6.
Now, is you just, like I mentioned before, how great the Snow offense is looking, and it's just how great is the offensive coordinator to see all of this stuff that happened at the start, being shaky, and to just change everything and to make them look like a completely different offensive team as it is.
That's Andrew Mitchell, who played here at Snow College, now coaching the offense. Paul Peterson also played here at Snow College. Went from here and played at Boston College, had a good career. He's coached at San Jose State, he coached at Boston College, I'm trying to remember where else he coached. Very fortunate to have him come back and be the head coach here of the Badgers. So the Badgers will kick it off from their 35. We do have a bit of a breeze, at least up here. I don't see the flag moving much, but
it's a little brisk up here, though, isn't it?
I might be looking for my sweatshirt before long. Andrea's already got hers on. That's a pretty light sweatshirt. You're still cold. Very high but short end-over-end kick, and the Bears let it bounce. The Badgers are going to try to get it, and the Bears do a good job of finally covering it up. The Bears totally forgot you got to make that play. That's a live ball. After it goes 10 yards, the Badgers almost came up with it.
Like you said, they got lucky. It looked like to me that it bounced off one of the Bears' helmets and just or either they touched it or bounced off a helmet, and they just didn't quite catch it at first. And finally, one of them kind of saw it and looked down. There was the ball, and Curry got it real quick before Snow could do anything.
So the Bears will have it at their own 25-yard line. 1st and 10, trailing 48-6 with 1:56 remaining here in the third quarter. Yowell has the ball, turns it upfield. He's got some room to run. Finally wrestled out of bounds. That's going to be flagged. He was out of the bounds, and the Badgers kind of threw him to the ground. So add another 15, and this is where the Badgers have got to try to avoid this kind of stuff. It even happened at the game down at Scottsdale. And you don't want this to happen when you're already up by a score of 48-6. There's no reason.
I agree. Though it made it, like what he did there made it really easy for them to call it.
Yep.
You know, throwing him out of bounds while he's doing that. You just sometimes, when you're playing, you get into emotion, and you just can't let that emotion kind of take over, if you know what I mean.
They do. Bears have it in Badger territory. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line. Yowell at quarterback. Takes the snap, throws the quick out. And that's going to be maybe a gain of a yard is all. I think it's just back to the line of scrimmage. Badgers have seen that a time or two. Gabe Mendoza on the reception for no gain, 2nd and 10. Tyrese Green in the backfield with Yowell. 3 wide out, split wide to the left, 1 to the right for the Bears. Now a man in motion is Elijah Johnson. Yowell back to pass, under some pressure by Workman. Steps up, and he's going to be wrestled to the ground after a gain of about 3.
Parker Workman again, just really making that quarterback hate being in that pocket for so long, because when he gets free, and he goes straight for the kill.
I did say Parker Workman, but it was Kahe Nevis. My bad. Kahe Nevis is now playing on that other defensive end spot, and he was the one to put the pressure on. So 3rd and call it 7 from the 40 of the Badgers. 5 wide receivers, empty backfield. Yowell back to pass, quick pass, in and out of the hands. That would have been a first down, but incomplete.
As he could, it was a perfect pass by Yowell, but you could tell his receiver just tried a little too much to get it in there, and it bounced around in his hands, and it ended up him losing it for an incompletion.
Gabe Mendoza on the attempted pass. Bears trying to decide, do we go for it here? 4th and 7 from the 40-yard line. Play clock is at 13. Looks like they're going to go for it. Badger defense going to rush just 4 and play in coverage. Low snap. It's off the feet of Yowell. Ball is still loose. Either way, it's going to be Badger ball. They do recover the fumble. That snap never got to where Yowell needed it. It just skidded across the ground, hit him in the feet.
Just another thing that's been plaguing Phoenix tonight. It's just the low snaps, the penalties, and just bad missed opportunities for them to try to capitalize on scoring, but just ending up into more turnovers.
4 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter. Kerr does come back out at quarterback. And Brandon Ellis in the backfield with him. Also in the backfield is the tight end Caden Larson. Larson now in motion. And he'll work his way back to the near side. Pump fake by Kerr. Kerr going deep. He's got Ellis. Or excuse me, not Ellis, but who did I just say? The tight end, Caden Larson, excuse me. Larson was open, but he couldn't make the catch. And that's going to end the 3rd quarter of play.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. Snow College 48, Phoenix 6.
So now, as we go into the 4th quarter, and Snow winning by 48-6, what do you think things still though Snow could work on?
Well, that's a good question. I honestly don't know. They've looked like they've been firing on all cylinders right now. I think the biggest thing is they need to work on not getting the stupid penalties, the late hits, the unsportsmanlike conducts, all those kind of things haven't hurt them in this game, but there's still things you got to work on that you can't let slip by when you get in a close game against some of the other competition. Reminder, the Badgers are at home next week against Mesa Community College. Mesa had a big win over Arizona Western last week. They are one of the only undefeated teams in the WSFL. So it should be a great game next week here at Badger Stadium against Mesa.
And as you said, those turnovers, though, if you can't fix them right now, those teams like Mesa will really take advantage of that kind of stuff.
Jalen Warren gets the handoff, and he's going to pick up about a little over 6 yards. It'll bring up 3rd and 4. I'm really curious to see how long we are going to see the starters in this game.
Braxton Kerr is still in also.
He is. And the wide receivers, Derek Wright to the near side, Jalen Powell in the slot. Play action, Kerr rolls out, Kerr throws deep. He's got a man out there, and is it caught? No, incomplete. He had it in his hands for a minute. Was that Keyshawn McCoy?
It was Keyshawn McCoy.
Had it in his hands, couldn't control it as he came down, so the Badgers are looking at 4th and 4.
I couldn't quite tell.
Flag on the play.
Oh. I was going to say, I couldn't quite tell who was covering him, but good coverage by him. But
so a holding call against the Badgers is declined. It's going to bring up 4th and 4. And are the Badgers going to go for it? Nope, they're going to punt it away.
Now in these situations, you can't afford to punt downfield. We're being so late in the game for how high you're up.
Badgers having a hard time getting everybody out there on the field that they need to punt. They're going to be forced to take a timeout. No, they're going to take a delay of game, which is okay at this point. I mean, they're punting from the 48-yard line, a 5-yard penalty, no big deal.
I agree. It looks like everybody's a little confused on who's going out. I think just substitutions now. People are just like saying, "Am I playing? Am I playing right now?"
Okay, the last time the Badgers had this, it didn't turn out so well as the snap hit one of the up men. This one is away all right. And it's going to take a great Badger bounce. Where does it go out of bounds?
We have a bit of a scuffle between 26 and it seems to be 23 of the Badgers there.
That must have made it all the way to the end zone. Where are they going to put it out? Where are they going to park it?
I cannot tell from here.
It's like they haven't marked it yet. I know it was further down than that. Must have made it to the end zone. They're going to mark it at the 20. That was a low bouncing kick. I'm surprised it made it all the way to the end zone.
The Bears got lucky for they about got roughing the kicker called on them, but the kicker kind of hopped over to the defender, about got him.
So 1st and 10 at the 20 for the Bears. At quarterback is Yowell. Yowell back to pass, hit as he throws, and incomplete, intended out there for number 3, DeAndre Grant, but it was too high, too long for him to get up, catch up to. I'm going to resume my post.
All right, down the stairs.
Yeah. Oh. 2nd down and 10 from the 20 on the near hash mark. Yowell in the backfield at quarterback. He's got one man back there with him. 3 wide out, split wide to the left, 1 to the right. Long snap count, down to 4 seconds on the clock. Pass out of the backfield to the man out of motion, incomplete. Just intended out there for Chase Pope, sorry.
Oh, no, I was just going to say another missed opportunity by this Bears offense, just another drop pass, and it's kind of disheartening when you see those things go down.
Bears have had some opportunities to make this a lot closer than it is. Here's a big third down. 3rd and 10 from the 20. Yowell back to pass. Looks to the left. Comes across the middle. Too high. Incomplete. That wouldn't have been enough for the first down anyway. Intended out there for number 9, Elijah Johnson. So a punting situation, 3 and out.
You know, it's like I kept saying, this is what's been really hurting this Bears offense the whole night is the 3 and outs, the turnovers, the missed opportunities, the penalties. You know, it's just been a kind of a mixing pot of stuff to hold them back tonight.
Punting situation, 4th and 10. Token pressure by the Badgers. A high wobbly kick is going to be taken by Derek Wright, who takes the fair catch at the 49-yard line. The Badgers will take over with excellent field position here in the 4th quarter. So the Utes lost, the Cougars lost.
Yep, still.
Or is it not over yet?
Not quite over, but still 0-35.
Yeah, that would be a heck of a comeback.
Other scores around the nation: Ole Miss and LSU, who's currently ranked 5, is 28-6 LSU. USC and Arizona 7-0 USC. And Oregon and Cal are in the battle 7-3 Oregon. Both also ranked in the nation.
Hand off to Barlow. Barlow breaks it to the outside. He's into Bear territory, tackled out of bounds. A gain of, let's call it 7 as he gets to the 45 of the Bears. Good run by Weston Barlow. And again, the Badgers showing their depth here at running back. Barlow not a bad runner himself.
Yeah, they've all found beast mode tonight, I believe.
I don't know if you use beast mode with Barlow.
I don't know what to give him then.
He reminds me a lot more of Jalen Warren, a little quicker, but Warren can definitely put it in beast mode. So 2 carries by Weston Barlow, and he's got a first down though. And the clock continues to run. Braxton Kerr still the quarterback. 1st and 10 inside of Bear territory. Play action. Kerr back to pass. Throws. Got a man open.
Just another.
Drops the ball, gets it back, and scores a touchdown. Who was that?
I think that's Derek Wright.
Is it Derek Wright again?
Braxton Kerr to Derek Wright for a touchdown.
Yep, Derek Wright. I think he dropped it too, didn't he?
He did for a second, picked it back up and got the touchdown. So I guess you could say that was an unwritten play right there.
Baird to try the extra point. And the kick is up, and the kick is good. So the Badgers lead at 55-6. Hard to believe at one time the Bears led this game 6-0.
Well, right now Braxton Kerr's looking a lot more like Tom Brady out there, making every pass. All of the depth of the running backs at Snow is just really showing tonight. see Sorry Gary will be living for just a split second. Let's take a call right now, very important. All right, now we're starting with the kickoff. Badgers in the backfield, about the 30-yard line. I believe it is. And here comes Gary back.
Wow, that is a strange kick. The Bears are going to have excellent field position here.
Try doing your job for a second, Gary.
That's all right.
Starting off a little shaky.
Okay.
You're back on.
Number 27, Avery Sanders. Second by number 27.
Just kind of announce the plays, what's going on, and I'll help kind of commentate with you and put in your input. All right, welcome back, everyone. Sorry for the inconvenience. Gary had to leave for an important situation, but I have one good guy here, used to play football, Vahi, here with me.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? All right. Good to be here tonight.
So, had a bit of a gain there by the Phoenix offense, who is now on the 40-yard, or looks to be 41-yard line. And seems to be Yals in the back with two others. He passes it off, hands it off, gets a bit of a hole, and is finally tackled. It looks to be, I'd say, maybe a 2-yard, 3-yard gain.
Looks to be a 3-yard gain. It was a great tackle made in the secondary.
Back in no huddle for the Bears again tonight. Oh, fake the handoff. Under pressure and throws it out of bounds to keep from getting sacked. Good play.
Great defense in the secondary. We got number 36 right there. Great defense.
As you notice, Vahi, this whole night, this Snow team's showing how defensively minded they are here tonight. All right, going back. Looks like the Bears are kind of looking to the sideline, figure out what play is going on. Yeah, still looking. Seems that they are discussing something with the refs.
Yeah. So this Phoenix offense is doing pretty well to move the ball against a tenacious D.
I agree. And it seems to be... Are they moving back? Oh, it looks like a penalty call. Bad. Sorry, everyone. It looks like to be against the Bears. But you were right. They're doing really well to move the ball now, especially against this defensive-minded defense. Big defense-minded team right now.
Yeah. Phoenix offense started the game off pretty well. Just having an issue trying to punt it. Oh, we got a fumble.
Powell gets it back and throws it out of bounds. Oh.
Nice catch, Wendy.
Keyshawn McCoy catches it on the outside. Another reception for Keyshawn McCoy.
We got a flag down. Looks like it'll be roughing the passer.
So not a total, let's say, disaster for the Bears offense. If it is for roughing the passer, they will gain some of that yardage back.
Yeah.
But it looks like a timeout is, no timeout's been called.
Just waiting on the referee right now.
Yeah.
And it looks like it will be against the Badger defense.
Yep, as they move up to, let's see. Yep, roughing the passer. So that's an automatic first down for the Bears offense. Another bad penalty on the Badgers defense.
Yeah, looks like it was a disqualification according to the ref.
Go.
You gotta play smart.
Yes, you do, especially in these kind of situations. But if it was, and especially in a tougher, more game like last week at Scottsdale, Arizona.
Yeah, a lot of lesson learned in that game. Scottsdale came victorious with a 44-28 win. Happily to see the Snow College Badgers making some changes here today.
I agree. And it just comes to show how tough that Scottsdale team really is.
Definitely. Oh, we got a fumble on the play. Is it recovered?
And it looks to be recovered by the Badgers. I could be wrong, but another fumble. Second in the row.
Oh.
Did they call it dead?
Looks. And it's still in possession of the Phoenix Bears.
I believe they called it incomplete. All right, the Bears looking to the sidelines here to see what play call their coach is giving them. All right. And it looks to be, I can't tell who's out now. Yao is not here anymore. I think that is.
And we got an interception. Down the line to the 40, to the 50. Will he make it all the way? To the 30, the 20, the 10. Touchdown! Snow College Badgers.
Oh, another interception tonight, and I believe that was Villalobos was out there. I could be wrong though. Who threw the interception?
Most definitely.
Who intercepted it? Did you see that?
I did actually. I didn't catch the number though, but great defense played by the Snow Badgers.
Yes, it was Villalobos who threw the interception to Jaquiz Wright, who intercepted it and took it all the way back. What a play again by the Snow College defense. And you saw he broke so many tackles getting through there and going through the open pockets.
He did. Great vision. Great to find the gaps to break off. It looks like a 70-yard touchdown.
Man, you look at this Snow College team, and the way they're playing right now kind of reminds you of like you're watching an NFL game right now.
Oh, for real. We have a lot of talent on both sides of the football.
Yeah, I agree. Both sides have shown great talent.
That Phoenix secondary has been doing a great job tonight.
The defense for Phoenix has done quite well too. It's just the thing that's been hurting this Phoenix team is missed opportunities and penalties and turnovers.
Yeah.
That is what's really hurting them tonight.
Yes. You got to be able to capitalize on your opponent's mistakes.
And Snow has been capitalizing on those mistakes. All right.
Oh, here we got the Phoenix Bears receiving.
Okay, kicker was just consulting with the ref for a second, but it looks like now we are ready to start with the kickoff. 45 goes back. James Barrett's got the kickoff. Get set.
So we'll see how the Phoenix College Bears will answer.
And here we go. It goes all the way back. It will be returned.
He makes it to.
He's to the 20 now.
Great vision.
And he is tackled down at the 20, I believe. So about a 20-yard gain.
Here we got the Phoenix offense stepping onto the field.
All right, let's see if they have either Villalobos or Yao out here right now. Be interesting because if you've noticed, they've been switching quarterbacks quite a bit, which they've both shown great signs of being, just being great quarterbacks.
No guarantee. I can't quite remember his number, but I remember the first quarterback that took the first few snaps in the first series of this game had quite an arm.
Yes, he did.
He was throwing bullets across the field earlier.
I believe who's out now is Villalobos, the backup quarterback, who's also shown some great prowess tonight. And it looks to be an offsides or a false start. Delay of game.
Delay of game against the Phoenix College Bears.
So another penalty on the Bears.
In moments like these, I bet it's hard to keep motivation up.
Oh yeah, I was gonna ask you. You know, being a former player yourself, what did you do with your teammates if you were in this kind of situation as the Bears are in?
Most times, I mean, it was hard to keep our motive up, but there was definitely quite a few players on our team that were the hype men, I would say. That were great leaders that kept our motivation up, to keep the hype going, and the energy was always great throughout the game. Even if the score was a little bit against our favor, but it's definitely the hardest thing to.
I believe so. And it looks to be hurting them tonight. And there was an incomplete pass there. I think the intended receiver was 287. Joshua Raskin.
Phoenix with the snap. And a pass which is incomplete but caught by a coach on the sideline. Great job.
And that's a few gain yards for the coach on the sideline. For those of you who are Jazz fans, the Jazz had their first preseason game tonight and won it against the Wildcats from Australia.
All right.
All right, takes the snap. Villalobos takes it.
Left. And it is complete. And he's tackled at about the.
It looks to be the 53 yard line. Maybe 54.
Maybe 54.
But
closer to 54.
As you saw there, it was like he tried to intend. I couldn't tell who was he really intending it to, but it got bounced off by the defender, and it landed right into the other receiver's arms there, who made the completion and catch and took it to the 54-yard line.
He was at the right place at the right time.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, back there. He's got somebody back there with him.
Phoenix
hands it off.
All right. Looks to be about a 2-yard gain for the Phoenix offense. All right, we got some rotations in on the defense. We got a big 99 coming out. And number 96, Lieutenant Falatea, to replace him on the defensive front. Great play made by number 54, William Finau.
Yeah, stopped the runner right in his tracks there, didn't he?
He did. Great efforts by the Phoenix offense.
Ooh, play action pass.
Oh,
no.
And it is tipped. Nearly intercepted in the secondary.
Another almost interception. Had a great look, but the defender was right there, reading the play the whole time.
Yep. Right place at the wrong time.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't get his footing right. He could have gotten that pick.
9 minutes and 24 seconds here in the quarter. Great game today so far for the Snow College Badgers.
We're rolling out to the right, and it is incomplete to number 26.
You can tell at 26, just couldn't quite get his hands on it. Maybe too much of a bullet pass for him to just get his hands on it.
You're right, man. These Phoenix quarterbacks have good arms. They got shotguns on them shoulders.
No huddle again for the Phoenix Bears, as you've been noticing tonight. Takes the snap. Rolls back. Oh,
rolls out to the left, nearly sacked, barely gets away, and he throws incomplete pass to number 25.
Now that makes it Snow's ball off of downs.
Great offense played by the Phoenix College Bears, and also a great defense on the Badger side of the ball.
The Badgers have been showing very good good defensive prowess tonight. And that's what you need in order to get to many championships, which they are trying to get to this year.
Most definitely. And that is the goal for both teams. Hand off to number 36.
Luani.
And he's still on his feet. Oh, down at about the 52-yard line.
I'm trying to pronounce Shmaluani. My bad, sorry. Another great running back. Trying to just prove himself to know that he can be a starting running back, and he's been proving that so far.
Yes. This Badger offense is really deep in the backfield.
Flag on the field. I think it'd be a false start unless it's an offsides on the Bears.
Ooh, looks like it's against the Badgers.
So I'm guessing it would be a false start by the Badgers. And move it back a little bit. Only 5-yard penalty on that one.
QB takes a snap. And it is.
It is intercepted, and it is picked off by number 29 of the defense on the Bears.
It was great defense for the Phoenix Bears.
And let's see who made the catch. Number 29, Jonathan Kasongo. Great play by him, and I think he stripped it out of that receiver's hands as they went down.
Looked like it. Really aggressive. Great play in the secondary. Coverage was perfect.
Both defenses shining tonight.
For those of you at home, fellow Utahns, following up on some NCAA scores, the BYU against Washington game, Washington came over victorious 35-7. Sadly, but great job on the Washington Huskies side.
I agree. Good team. Reason why they're number 10. And running back caught short. Looks to be maybe hit the line of scrimmage there. All right. Villalobos takes a snap. A little wobbly at first.
Breaks up the middle. Oh, and he's still on his feet. And is down at the 40-yard line.
What a great zone read by that quarterback. Villalobos has proved himself as a backup quarterback tonight for that Bears offense.
Definitely has. Notice he has great vision, especially when he can't see any of his receivers open. He's not afraid to run that ball right up the middle.
Another no-huddle offense here. Two people in the backfield with Villalobos. Hands it off the left. I believe right tackle, actually, and he's brought down at the 46, 45.
Looks to be about the 46-yard line. The Phoenix offense moving the ball quite well right now. After a first down, we got a good about maybe 5-yard gain, 4 or 5-yard gain.
All right, Villalobos looking to the sideline with two other running backs in the backfield with him. See, his receivers are in the slot right now. Takes a snap, a little high, hands it off.
Tackled in the backfield by none other than number 54, Viliami Final. Great defense.
Yeah, another great read by our defense. Snow College defense is my bad. Snow College defense there. And really putting pressure on this Phoenix team.
Most definitely.
Villalobos has about 4 receivers out there. 2 wide out and 1 in motion. Takes a snap.
Rolls out to the left. And he goes for it. Oh, tackled down about the 46.
So made it to the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one.
We got a 4th down. And we got the Phoenix punting squad running onto the field. Tackle made by number 18, Ty Murphy.
Great tackle. Oh, we got a bit of substitutions here out in the field. A lot of the punting staff for Snow College defense come out, and the kick is good.
Looks to be a fair catch called by the Snow Badgers.
Caught by number 80. Let's see. And I apologize, but I do not see a number 80 on here.
Technical issues, families at home. But a wonderful night here in Ephraim.
Yeah, a little brisk. Like you could hear the wind in our microphones earlier.
Yeah. I hope you're enjoying the Snow College band in the background.
Sweet,
great energy.
Yeah, sweet guitarist too.
Seriously, we got some really good musicians.
Braxton Kerr has not come out here. It's somebody else. It's fakes the handoff a look. Oh, never mind. He did hand it off. He fooled me for a second.
Yeah, he got him.
Handed off for a gain about maybe 5-ish.
It looks about maybe about 3 yards.
3-ish.
3-yard gain. Yeah.
I was about to say 5 or 4-ish to 3.
I don't know. It's about 1 yard too.
Who is out for quarterback position? That'd be Jason Money, freshman from Spanish Fork, Utah.
Jason Money.
He's looking off to the sidelines. See what the coach is telling him what play. He's got 2 receivers to the left there.
All right, Jason
And then
Money.
one, I believe, to the outside there as well to the right.
Would you bet money on this kid?
Snap.
Oh, nearly fumbled.
Takes it though, takes it in stride, and it looks to be showing off there by pushing the defender out of the way. Jason Money with a gain about, I'd say about 7.
It's about a 7-yard gain there. Quarterback showing some toughness with the stiff arm off the sideline. Jason Money, I'd definitely bet money on this guy.
I would die now.
All right, the native out of Spanish Fork, Utah.
So he takes the snap, high snap again.
Handoff to number 34, breaks it for the left sideline, gets it to about the 45 before he's taken out of bounds. Okay, number 24.
Weston Barlow, been a big maker out there. Him and Warren out here tonight have been very good. And Luani as well, showing off how good this run game for the Snow College Badger offense is. And he had quite a big gain there. I'd say maybe a good solid 5 yards, maybe 6 yards there.
Ooh, maybe even
first down. Another handoff. Weston Barlow again getting to the 50.
For a good 6-yard gain.
Reaching us 2 and 4 to go. Second down and 4 yards to go, my bad.
Great job on this offensive front here for Snow College.
Especially for the backup unit, too. Also.
Exactly.
Takes another high snap, fakes the handoff, and is sacked.
For a loss of about 3 yards. Great defense by the Phoenix College Bears.
Agree, taking down that offensive line to get right to Money, which making it now 3rd down and 7 yards to go to the first down.
That play was snuffed out right there, man.
Oh, it was. They did not want to have another spark of offense with this team.
Not at all. This defense is getting aggressive, and they're definitely picking up the morale.
Their high snap.
Breaks out to the sideline and is
a little pitch to number 36, Luani. Luani.
Pushed out of bounds. Great for, I'd say, about maybe 4-yard line. 4-yard gain, sorry.
Luani from Kimball, California. Alright, we got a bit of substitutions here. And who's that out there? Oh, they are punting it right now. 4th down and 3 there.
And he's going, is he going to punt? And he is punting it.
Nice little punt.
For a second there, it looked like he was going to run that ball.
They're going to let it roll to, it looks about to be the 18-yard line.
Right.
Hard to see from here. Minute 45 here in the quarter, 62-6. Snow College winning.
All right, we got the Snow College defense coming up. I've noticed a player out here that has just come off of a knee injury, number 95.
It's good to see those guys out there come off of injury and start to play it again.
Most definitely. It's rough suffering a season injury, especially at the beginning of the season, but great to see some of these players back on the field. Snap for the Phoenix Bears, run off to the left side of the sideline, and he's down.
It looks to be about almost the 20,
Yeah.
but not quite there. I'd say maybe the 18 again. Maybe hit the line of scrimmage.
Good, about like a 2-3 yard gain.
Yep, about 2 yards. It's about second down and 8. Tackled by Ty Murphy.
Number 18, Ty Murphy.
No huddle offense. Villalobos looking to the sideline to ask for the play. He's got a back there in the backfield with him. About 3 receivers. 2 to his right and 1 to his left. Takes the snap. Throws it. No, it is incomplete. Batted down by the defense.
Right off the hands of that receiver. Nearly caught by a receiver more far up in the backfield. Or, I'm sorry, the secondary. It's good to see this Phoenix offense hasn't lost any hope here. But we do have 58 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Snow is up 62-6.
Well, you know, it's like the old saying, you just got to go down playing, right?
Exactly.
Ooh, another little run there. A little gain of maybe about 1 or 2, maybe 3.
Yeah, great tackle made by number 46.
Letting the clock roll down. It is 4th and 8.
Kennedy Malo'ulu, number 46. Great play for the Badger defense.
I think they're going to let the clock run down quite a bit. And the kick is good.
All right.
Does not call for a fair catch, breaks the tackle.
And they're still going for it.
Oh, well, no, and he falls. I'd say about maybe it looks to be the 48-yard line. 13 seconds left here in the quarter. You know, I'd like to say now before we go, just how, you know, good for the Snow College to get off that loss and to come back and just do this. It's really a confidence booster, and it really like helps you out, especially in this tough conference division they're in.
Mm-hmm. Definitely, especially persevering through this, and Snow takes the knee to end the game. Great game against the Phoenix Bears.
I agree. It was a really good game, and like I said before, just really good to give them confidence back for a win. Mesa Community College comes down here. It will be a fight, and this will give them the confidence to help fight back with that team. All right, well, we thank you guys for joining Snow TV. We're sorry for some minor technical difficulties tonight, but we thank you for your patience and your time. And we'd like to say it again, go Badgers.
Go Badgers. And thank you for having me, man. Great. You guys have a great night.
All right, this is Easton Stauffer.